Well, hello everybody. Yes, I've got there was something in the corner that says summer, but I'm in winter. So I'll pretend that it's summer and I'll pretend that I'm nice and warm. So how are you all today? I hope you're all doing really, really well. Let me just mute myself so I don't have to hear myself. Yes, I've started early because somebody has to go to class tomorrow and has to leave home at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be my first face-to-face class in over 12 months, and I'm pretty scared about it. So, it makes sense because I thought EC was as easy as 1, 2, 3. Some of you, it'd be bankrupt within, it would be. But I'm specifically talking about, so tonight I need to apologize is all going to be about Katie Joy and the live that she did the other night, because that was confusing. Are you having a big swim party, Kim? Wow, that's cool. So tonight, the whole night is dedicated to Katie Joy. I don't do them very often, but for those of you that haven't followed along, this, you have to see it to believe it, seriously. For those of you that have seen it, I apologize, but I know that there's been lots of serious discussions about this, and while there needs to be, and I don't believe that anybody should be stalked or harassed. I watched some of this and I could not make head or tail of it. So I'm hoping that you all, as intelligent people, will be able to help me with it, because I am so confused. I got no idea who A, B, C, D, E, F, or G is. Actually, I know who A is because she spilt the beans as to who A is. Unirock today said that 2 people got served, but one of the people that he said got served has said they haven't been served. So who I thought was D is no longer D. Are you confused? Because I am. Katie and her husband are so awkward. Yes, well, see, I actually had to leave before that started, and I've heard a lot of stuff about it, and I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest with you. So anyway, we're going to watch that live. I actually downloaded it so I don't have to give her a review. We're going to look at it. We're going to try and make sense of it. And I think that if we do it together, we might be able to solve it. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I have no idea. And I don't think it helps. Karen said, hang on. Kim says, I don't think she served anybody. They're such a strange couple. Well, today she was going off at, good luck solving that, says Christine. Today she was going off at Truth Sleuth. So every day she's arguing with somebody else. So as I said, we're going to watch it. So for those of you that haven't, the kiss in the end was so awkward. Yeah, I know. I've heard it. I haven't seen it. And I need to trigger warn it. All right. So we're going to try and make sense of it. So I apologize for those of you that don't follow Katie Joy. I talk about her a little bit. Don't talk about her a lot. But tonight, this is our Katie Joy stream. And then tomorrow night, we'll get on to our intelligence stuff again. Plus, I need something before I go to because I've got class tomorrow. So LB as well. What do you mean? LB's strange, or LB can't work it out, or what? Oh, went after LB. Oh, she's gone after everybody today. I know that she mentions Roadhog. Roadhog did a big stream on her today. So I don't know what's going on, but apparently, and Tina are the ones that I don't know why she served. Well, according to EKC or Erin, Tina wasn't served. So she said she's spoken to Tina, but that's if you believe Erin's telling the truth. I don't know. I can't make head or tail. Yes, well, look, I tell you what, the Fox, if we can sort this out, we can solve anything. But I was actually watching, it was more of the body language that I was watching more than anything, because there were times where what she was saying wasn't matching her head. So hello, Wind Whispers. So tonight is more about, let's learn what we've learned about body language and see what we can work out and see if you can help me make sense. I mean, I was going to sing, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? It's the Dustin guy and LMN you think got served? Yeah, but isn't he E? I thought he was E. I actually started taking notes until I realized I couldn't work it out. It was like it goes all over the place. All right, so here we go. So let's look at body. So let's look at body language. Let's look at what she says. We will, of course, we will stop it. But I've downloaded this. That's what you think, Wind Whispers. Yeah, I mean, Karen. Look, I initially thought it was Dustin. Initially, when she started talking about, but then I thought he was C. So, and I haven't worked out who. I'm assuming E. I don't know. But we get up to G. Oh, look, there's no sound. Oh, no, don't tell me the sound didn't download. Oh, no. It's funny because I tried it out. Well, it is Dustin is a friend of Little Miss Nobles, I believe. Oh, my camera's just gone. So why isn't that working? All right, then that hasn't worked. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to do what I didn't want to do. Did she mute herself? So it's not me, it's her? Really? All right, I'll have another look. Because I thought I tried it and it worked. Oh, yeah. All right. So she's muted. Okay. Cool. Well,
you about what happened, or
okay, yeah, so she was muted.
But I also understand.
All right, here we go. See, this is why you guys are intelligent. You tell me she's muted.
Hi, guys. My mic was muted.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, now you can't see her. I'm doing good here. See, I have one night where I don't stream and I just totally lose it. Dustin, I believe, is Little Miss Noble's friend, and I'm sorry, I still can't believe that they can't do anything against Nat. I find that really hard to believe. That's all. If it was such a big crime, they would have done something. It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you commit a crime in another country, quite often, particularly between US and the UK, they would do something about it. Well, it was interesting because if you actually look at her Instagram live earlier, she didn't look this rough. And I can pull that up as well, as long as she hasn't taken it down.
Hi, it's Sunday night. I don't normally do streams on Sunday nights.
But my views have been way down and I need money.
And I have been missing you guys a lot. I've been hi.
Sorry.
It's back to and no what
Sorry.
has happened in our life.
The best part is Frida, actually. Hi, Charlotte Cook. We're talking about this live here.
Obviously want to be as honest with you guys as possible.
She's so awkward, yes. Well, she's just said about honesty, so that would make you awkward. Sorry about the cats. Be careful because Ralph might do something if you cats too much.
But I also understand that I can't share everything with you about what happened or who the people are or why they did what they did or why we had to take these steps or what's going on. And because I don't want to impact any legal cases.
Too late. Oh, by the way, Simone Biles got bronze on beam. She competed the beam and got a bronze, and she scaled back her routine. It was a very basic routine, but I tell you what, it was well executed. So, well, that's my whole thing. Stop talking about it. You know, the thing is, she did two premieres on Monday. One, and neither of them did very well. So she's not very happy.
That will happen. But I also want to circle back to a story that I shared with you a couple weeks ago about what was going on in our lives. And it's always, this channel has always been a place where regardless of what happens in the world, I can come here and share what's going on. And
no way. Doesn't she? That was her other channel, which she was scared to do live streams for. Yeah, she Simone Biles, she did really well. And the reason why the theory behind why she chose Beam is because she didn't have to do, one was a Duggar premiere, Shalia, didn't do very well. That she didn't have to do any twists. It was just forward and back motion. And that was probably safer for her. But she didn't do the fancy dismount. She just did a back so off or whatever at the back. I can't think of what it was called. You know, just a standard, you know, dismount. So she didn't have all the tricks in it, but it was a very simple, now the only thing is by me downloading that is that you don't get the comments. So I
can share what's on my heart and just be honest with you. And
I loved how the voice went up. See, I'm picking up these things. The voice went up when she said honest with you. As if she has some doubt. Usually your voice goes up when you're asking a question. Hello, Jenna, sweet tea. Yeah. But your voice normally goes up when you ask a question. What do you think? It's very unusual to hear her say, I want to be honest with you, and having her voice go up as if she's showing some doubt. Or am I totally misreading that? I think I'm reading that right.
Feel like outside of this little community that I've created on YouTube, I don't feel safe anywhere else. I don't feel welcome on anybody else's platforms. I've
You don't go on anyone else's platform. Truth Sleuth offered for you to go on her platform, but you won't go on her platform. When you went on Kay Baxter's platform, you were treated with respect. When you went on Unirock's platform, you were treated with respect. I don't know what you want.
Felt very alienated through this process, and I feel like I just want to speak up for myself, and I also want to speak up for any other creators that may have gone through something similar, because I recognize that while I don't have...
Yeah, so Christine, she does actually acknowledge that there is something to do with the Chris Lee lawsuit. It sounds like it's the order to preserve evidence or request to preserve evidence, because she says that that they're complying with the requests. So, a lot of it she's brought on. A lot of it she's brought on to herself. But I think, interestingly, when Todd goes on, I mean, imagine your husband referring to you as the goose that laid the golden egg. Seriously, imagine your husband telling you that you're the goose that laid the golden egg. Really? I'd be telling mine to go get a job if that was the case. She's using press secretary words. She is. I told you. I've said she would be a great media person for a politician. She really would be. She'd be a great spin doctor for a politician. Oh, you only saw snippets? Yeah. Well, we're going to watch the whole thing if we can. You'd rather do anything else? Oh, look, I'd rather clean my house, to be honest. Yeah, the circle back comment. Yeah, of course. Well, the fact that her views are really well down. I mean, when I last looked at her Duggars video, it was only sitting on like 10,000 views, which Duggars normally get a lot more than that. So anyway, let's keep going.
Humongous platform.
Humongous platform. I hate that. That word sounds, when you say humongous, to me, it's like you're not educated. In my opinion, it sounds as if you're not very well educated and you can't come up with other words.
I know that with
no way did she go up 2,000. No way. Did she, Shelley? How? Her views are well down.
Platform, there is a responsibility for me to try to set a good example and to just share what we're going.
Hey Tom, yeah, we looked at that last night, didn't we? We looked at how much it would cost to buy subs last night. I mean, not last night, the other night. She's memorized the Trump Henchman Forever Conservative Playbook.
Through and to just help maybe you guys understand, if you find yourself in a similar situation, what you can do, and just sort of give you a warning about what happens on this platform if you're thinking of starting, things that I just did not know could happen. So
she's giving advice to people who don't. So her views for Monday, though they were higher. So on her views for Sunday was 62,000. Her views for Monday were 108,000. So how did they go so high? Because they went high before.
And I apologize if I take some sips. If you have sensitive ears, my microphone's right here, but I will be drinking because, yeah. So
it's interesting when Toad comes on and he is drinking, he doesn't make noises.
Throughout all of this, I have not wanted to distract myself from my content. I have tried my best to maintain active stuff on the channel. Obviously, I missed last Tuesday, and on Friday, I was only able to do one upload, and that was because...
So her videos today, Her Josh Duggar, where she said that he died, got 83,000. This legal update video got 31,000. Ginger and Jeremy Volo outraged TikTok users only got 25,000. Her Janelle Evans video got 5.1 thousand. Her Robin Brown's pregnancy with 19th child to save show and family got 18,000. And exclusive Duggars at War got 28,000. Still pretty low when you think about, you know, her Duggars usually get in the hundreds. So, yeah, she did Teen Mum stuff. She did it as a premiere, and she only had like 50 or 60 people watching.
I was dealing with legal issues. So all day Tuesday, I was working on filing documents in court. And on Friday, I was meeting with lawyers. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I also had meetings with lawyers. So I've had a lot of talks with a lot of different lawyers, and we've filed a lot of different documents, and there's so much to kind of unpack. And then there is this noise that's going on around me of a reality star that's threatening to sue me, which I'm not going to respond to other than to say that if there's something that happens, we will handle it. My lawyers will deal with the issues. We did receive a letter from this person, and we responded and said we would cooperate with whatever they want.
So, yes. So now she's saying they will cooperate. Well, that's right. Why does she need so many lawyers? I don't understand why somebody needs lawyers. Well, I drink on mic. I don't think I slip either. And I don't even drink. I don't even use a straw. I'm so ladylike. I drink straight out the bottle. I take the lid off. My mother goes, I didn't teach you to drink like that. And I went, nah.
In regards to what their requests were, and we'll see what happens. I have zero interest in getting into the like back and forth on social media or, you know, arguing with this person about what is happening, and I'm not going to feed into the drama around it because it doesn't help. And if a legal case is going to happen, I'm not going to compromise anything with.
There you go. She's not going to compromise anything, people. Just remember that.
Anything publicly. So in regards to this situation, a few weeks ago, around the end of June, it came to my attention, actually it was about a month ago, it came to my attention that there were some people that were taking steps legally against my family and filing false reports. And
now I have to say, I find that this story changes slightly as well. Hello, Mama Duke. Like, this story is a bit different. Like, I just find one of the things that I find hard is that every time I hear the story, it's slightly different. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that, because if you tell a story, I would expect the story to remain the same.
It actually happened, oddly, by someone who hated me, contacting me and saying that they had changed their ways. Incidentally, this person is now back to attacking me after they basically outed everyone in the scheme and effectively gave me a lot of information for how this was all set up. But they told me about how a group of people were looking for videos of my son. And I did a whole video about it, which you can watch.
But she does look really washed out. I do admit that. I do think that. I mean, I don't think she looks the best. You tell the truth, you don't have to harbor. Yeah, well, that's right. You don't have to. That's a good point. I mean, if you're telling the same story, though, it makes it more believable as well.
Did not see it. But basically what they were doing was they were going around to all these little creator accounts that hate me. So there's this whole world called the anti-KJ community which I've had to spend a lot of time in the last month to gather evidence, and it's been the most.
Is she admitting that she's been using sock accounts? Hello, Plan to Create. How are you?
Stressful place in my life, because in the anti-KJ world, I do everything wrong. No matter what I say and no matter what I do, it's wrong, and they hate me. They literally hate me so much that I could say the sky is green and they would tell me that I hate apples that are green.
No, I would tell you you're wrong because the sky is blue. That's what I would be saying. You're wrong, Katie. The sky is blue. It's got nothing to do with whether I like you or not. It's got all to do with the fact that to tell people the sky is green is incorrect. So if you want to tell people the sky is green, you can, but I will correct it and say the sky is blue.
You know, or that I say I love dogs and they will say you are being horrible to cats. This is how diluted this group has become.
Well, that's right, Princess Jax. It's the untruths that is the problem. It's got nothing to do with what she says.
And it's become so insulated, and it's also become very cult-like in that they don't have a lot of people that are speaking out against the actions that are happening. And a lot of the people in this group will say, well, it's not the whole group that's doing this, but it kind of is, because they all sort of feed on each other, and there's really nothing healthy happening in this group because they are believing the lies of somebody else about me, and they've decided that everything I do is wrong. It's the craziest thing. They literally think that I'm a danger to society. And
well, if you tell mistruths, you can be a danger to society. Oh, the eyes are all over the place. Yeah, and the head doesn't match what she's saying either. Seriously, what would she do though if nobody talked about her and nobody was watching her?
One second, I gotta turn my cam off for here a second. They think I'm a danger to society because they've been told by people that I'm a psychopath that's harming my son, and that I'm doing all kinds of terrible things to people.
She has a broken record, spending an hour and a half talking about how everyone is ruining her good name. Yeah. And that's the thing. I wouldn't give her a can opener. She's a danger to herself, says Graham. Why is she not blocking? Well, Will, cults control your sex life and your food. Pretty sure no one has tried to influence either of those. As we've said before, she's not happy when people talk about it and not happy when they do. I think in some ways, Christine, this might be part of that, because a lot of creators have said they would stop. Even myself, we just said that we didn't really want to keep covering her. And, you know, this is her reaction.
So they have been brainwashed to believe that I'm this really bad person.
I've brainwashed you all, remember? Apparently, I've brainwashed you all. Ooh. Ooh. You're all adults, and you can all make up your own mind about a person. Had to take a break from her cries in She's a Lie. I think she's an awful person who thinks way too highly of herself, says Nikki. But these are conclusions. That's why I put in my disclaimer that you need to do your own research. Because don't listen to what I say about it. Do your own research and find out about yourself. A lot of creators have said we just can't. I think it goes back to being jealous of Chris Chan. Oh, really? It's the number one trending topic, probably.
I really think that I'm a harm to humanity based on somebody else's narrative about me, right? They're like a bunch of middle schoolers. It's crazy. It is. It's true. So the things that they believe about me are ridiculous. And because they've been fed these ridiculous lies about me, they believe truthfully that I'm doing terrible things. And they truly believe that they need to save the world from me. Like, their mission in life is to remove me from their little cult world, because whoever they're talking to or whoever's feeding them information has made them feel I'm so dangerous. And it's difficult because it's like a cult. No matter what you tell them, they don't believe you. They've been...
Katie, the only person that I listen to is yourself, my dear. My dear. And so the person that is feeding me all the information is yourself. Good luck brainwashing me. Some of the best psychologists have said sorry to me. They are unable to help me. You know what, the Fox? Same things happen to me too. Psychologist has tried to help me too and said, I'm sorry, I don't think we can help you.
They've been gaslit by these other creators to believe that I'm like doing these illegal things that I'm not doing. And
what illegal things? How do we know whether they're illegal or not if she doesn't tell us what she's been accused of doing? Like, what illegal things?
And it's ridiculous. So they are a bunch of fighting. They're all fighting with each other right now.
Am I fighting with you? Because I don't think I'm fighting with anybody. I don't think I'm fighting with anybody. Am I doing it wrong? We need to start club. We have about 4 to 5 members. Am I doing it wrong because I'm not fighting any? Am I like, is there something wrong with me because I'm not fighting with anybody? Do I need to be fighting with people? Or am I in the wrong cult? Have I joined the wrong cult? Yeah, but Will, what might be illegal? Like what's illegal for me might be legal for you. I need to know what it is so I can tell you whether it's illegal or not, because different countries have different things that's illegal or not. Let's have a fight. Well, you know, apparently we're fighting with each other. It's like, I don't know. I'm in the wrong cult. Obviously, I'm in the wrong cult. I got the wrong memo. I think Jo just laughs in her own room. I do. I just laugh at everybody, with everybody. You can't discuss Fight Club.
And some of the things that they've accused us of are really atrocious. I think I told you guys back in December that there was a couple creators that amplified audio of my son yelling, and they turned it into my son is being ABUSED'd by my husband.
She's supposed to say my dad. Did you hear that? By my dad? Have a listen. I'm doing it wrong. See, I mess up everything. I can't do anything right, so I can't even get the cult right. Told you I'm useless. I can't even do the cult thing right. I've just taken it back so you can hear her say dad.
And they amplified the audio, which said that they believe my son said, don't, hit me. And that's not what he said. He said, don't touch me. Don't believe you. They've been gaslit by these other creators to believe that I'm like doing these illegal things that I'm not doing.
I
And
still don't know what illegal things they are because I don't know. It might be fun. The neighbour said he only fights in bars now, approaching 15. That's good. Hey, Joan Chat, I think I'm right. I think I'm in the right. And there's a joke. What are the rules for the cult? I don't know. Well, I think creators do clash all the time, and and creative people do all the time. That is true. I don't have my cult weight on. I've got my robe. There we go. I got my robe on now, so we're right. The cult is now in session.
it's ridiculous. So they are a bunch of fighting. They're all fighting with each other right now. And some of the things that they've accused us of are really atrocious. I think I told you guys back in December that there was a couple creators that amplified audio of my son yelling. And
all right, so listen, because she's going to say dad. Don't talk. Yes, first rule of the cult, don't talk about the cult. Second rule, same as someone may screenshot you in your cult robe and send it to KJ. Probably. Oh, I don't have a hood. Yeah. There we go. No, I don't have a. Oh no, we need wigs.
they turned it into my son is being ABUSED'd by my husband.
By my dad. She goes to say her dad. She goes to say her dad. So this is from Sunday.
And they amplified the audio, which said that they believe my son said, don't, hit me. And that's not what he said. He said, don't touch me.
But doesn't hit, if you say don't touch me, and can't that be the same as don't touch me? Do you have a white cat? No, I don't have a white cat. I don't have a white cat. I know, I used to. I had a white cat at one point in time. She got adopted. But if you say to somebody, don't touch me, and they touch you, that can be classed as ABUSE. I'm just saying. So for her to discount that, I think is wrong.
And it's so ridiculous. So thank you for being on my side.
Frida actually gets a bit happy with the pillows at one point in time too, in case you're interested. It's more exciting than what's going on there. I got to take my robe off. I'm getting a bit hot. We sure should take pics in robes and Photoshop it together, send it as a fake Christmas card.
So what happened was, and what I didn't know what happened was when I made my video about being stalked, I wasn't clearly aware of everything that was going on. And there was a lot of questions, and I've been wanting to come on my channel.
Yes, you get yes. She's trying to get engagement with 10,000 Twitter followers, because you get you do get monetized at 10,000 Twitter followers. However, she seems to be blocking more than she's keeping at the moment. It's vile. Anyone said that about my child, I'd get off the internet and get a real job. But my point is saying, she said he didn't say don't hit me. He said don't touch me. And I said my point is that that could be deemed the same thing. Because if I was to say to you, don't touch me, and I'm, we get into the consent issue.
My channel and like say, I found out this or I found out that, but I didn't want to be in a situation where if I found something out and it was wrong, that I would direct hate towards people or that it would end up in a mess. I needed to be very calculated. And I also had to do a lot of sleuthing, which involved going onto my Twitter and trying to tease out some of the.
She had to do some sleuthing. I'm assuming that's when she went in under all her stock accounts. The interesting thing is today that that Unirock was live again. Todd went into Unirock under a third account because apparently he'd been blocked under all his other accounts. That's what I'm saying, Will. Don't touch me sounds just as bad. Yes.
People by planting little nuggets of seeds of, I heard this or I heard that, or like alluding to somebody doing something.
And in the meantime, she accused people and destroyed people's lives because she was outing the wrong people. She's neglected to say that.
To find out if that person would talk, and it worked. So what happened was I went onto my Twitter and I would like drop little tidbits, and then people would just the floodgates would open, and I started getting screenshots and I started getting people confessing to things, and people started sending me videos, and they were sending me like screen record conversations that were happening. They told me how the whole thing was set up.
And with all this information, you went to the police, right?
And they actually filed a false police report. They filed at least 4 CPS reports.
I thought it was 2. Actually, I thought it was 3. But this is where I'm saying the story keeps changing, because initially it was 2, then it was 3, now it's 4. And we know that they went once, and then there was a contact. Oh, I don't know. I'm just confused. As I said, the story just changes. One person did that for her, and she did a video today and shared what she said. Oh, really? Who was it?
They reported me for tax fraud, and they also reported my husband for insurance. What do you call it? Unemployment insurance when he was laid off.
Her eyes are wild. Yeah, her eyes are darting everywhere. Should hire her to teach students how to get information and confessions. Wasn't one CPS call? I thought one CPS call was from her neighbour. Or was that police? Or was that a police? I don't know. As I said, there's so many.
He was laid off last year and he got unemployment for a little bit.
Oh, yes. I did actually watch that. Kim. I was watching that today, actually. I just watched it before. It was very interesting. That's right. And one said that, and one because she was going to kill herself, and everyone was concerned and rang the police to do a welfare check on her.
So they started creating all of these things. Now, what did they do? So this group of people, they all worked together, and we were finally able to obtain restraining orders from 2 of them. We are working to figure out how to get restraining orders against the rest of them, but we still need more evidence.
So, which means she can't link anybody that she has called out to anything, because otherwise she would have got them, right? So to me, 2 were justified. Well, I mean, if what they did was true and is true, they are justified. I believe that whoever was served are fighting the allegations too. So she's looking like this on purpose. Remember when she first stated bubbly at first? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because right now there's some stuff that I just don't have all the information for. Like, I know who's involved, but I don't know how to specifically tie them to specific actions. So that's still in the place.
Her neighbor did. Oh, I don't know. The neighbors and there was an incident with the neighbors and the dogs. So she's trying. She can't tie them in. She can't link them, but she knows that they're involved. So she's trying to make the evidence fit. That's what it sounds like to me. Apparently Christine, apparently in Minnesota, if you can prove that your life is in danger, they can give you a 2-year one, and then the person's got 20 days to object to it. Apparently. That's what it's like in Minnesota. But I don't know. In Australia, it's temporary.
2 of the people I was able to directly tie to this, and those people actually received restraining orders. One was granted on Tuesday, and the other one was granted on Wednesday of last week. Now, these are 2-year temporary restraining orders.
See, 2-year temporary restraining orders. So they're only temporary. She's just said they're temporary for 2 years. But they do get to go to court and state their case. Wasn't that to do with the flags, Meemaw Dragon? Wasn't that around the flag incident time when she was saying that they destroyed her flags? She was blaming her neighbours for her flags.
In the state of Minnesota, how restraining orders work is if you request one, you can have it without a hearing, and a judge can rule on it one of 2 ways. So a judge can rule on, they'll see the evidence and they'll say, all right.
You see, in Australia, you can just file, you can just go file one. It's granted without the other party. And then you go to court. And you then, because it's temporary, and then it goes to court, and then it's sorted out from there. So that's how it works in Australia.
I'm not sure, but we can do a hearing for this, right? So they'll say, well, I'm not going to say no, and I'm not going to say yes. We'll have an actual hearing. Or they can rule without a hearing and say, this is immediate, you need a restraining order, you need to be protected right now. And then if the restraining order is granted, the respondent can request a hearing within 20 days.
So they're requesting a hearing within 20 days.
So
in 20 days, we might actually hear that the restraining order's not going to happen.
We received them urgently based on the evidence we provided, which was a ton. It took me a long time. It actually took me all day Tuesday to put together all of the information. So I just want to, and I'll show you a little bit of what they look like. I'm not going to tell you.
You remember that? 2-year temporary restraining orders. Well, the thing is, Tracy, if I was the people that, if I was the person that she'd taken a restraining order on, this would be part of my evidence. This whole hour-long thing to show why she's not in danger. This would be my whole thing, would be part of it. And don't care all the tweets, all the stuff that she said. If the restraining order gets dismissed, I don't think she'll tell us. No, she will She'll talk about being lied about or something.
Who they're against. I'm not interested in airing out names or making them any more agitated by publicly stating who they are. I also don't want to draw attention to them because I.
But you've already you've flashed a whole pile of names on Twitter, including innocent people. I think you could also say I'm in Australia, mate. I'm in Australia, mate. Well, apparently the one that she got said they can't talk about her on social media. They can't make contact with her. They can't go near their residence. I mean, but if they're in another state, are they going to actually go for a drive and visit her? I don't think so. They can't do anyone to do any bidding on them on their behalf, so they can't get anyone to get any information or talk to Katie on their behalf, other than their lawyer. So anyway, I don't. When the one that was taken out on me, I mean, I proved I'd never been to their house, but because the judge says, "Oh, you can't go near their house," and I said, "Well, I don't even know where they live." So that's pretty easy. If I don't know where they live, and I don't venture to that side of town, I don't think that I'm going to go anywhere near them. Even though they reckoned that I was driving in the middle of the night past their house with a baseball cap on. I don't wear baseball caps, but anyway. Well, I do, not when I'm driving though. So, I've been the subject of a restraining order that came across as from untruths, and there was nothing that I could do about their untruths, because by the time it got to court to fight, it was already expired. It took 12 months to get through court. It took 12 months to get through the court system, and it was a 12-month order. And so by the time I had my day in court, it was just about expired. So, except it's on my record. So anyway. So that was, and you know what? I didn't tell a soul. Nobody actually knew that I actually had one. I was so, nobody knew. I didn't even tell my parents about it. I was so shocked. So, and as I said, by the time it got through the court system, it was due to expire, and the judge says, "Well, just let it expire." And I went, "But I don't want it on my record." Apparently it's there. When Toad comes in, it's really funny because Katie's so serious, and Todd's just killing himself laughing. Look, most TROs you can get without proof, is my understanding, in most places. That's why it's called temporary. You only have to state that you have a fear for your life. Oh, in Minnesota? Okay. That's what, that's why they're temporary. Because then you have to go to court and prove them. But anyway.
Feel like they deserve attention. So we were cued into this because we were told by police that someone filed a police report against my husband. And what they did, it's really atrocious.
Well, that's my understanding, that to get a permanent one, it would need to go to trial.
Last week, I received video of a 4-hour call where people were sitting on a phone call, like a Facebook Messenger, and they recorded it. And there was a person on one side.
Who's got 4 hours in their day?
Talking to a fake me, right? So they were on their phone and they were talking to a fake account in my name, believing they were talking to me. And the people that were on the phone with them, that were talking to them, like over voice chat, were telling them what to write, what to say, and were also controlling the fake accounts that the person was talking
to. And the Oscar goes to, says Tracy.
So the person legitimately believed they were talking to a fake me.
No. The person, did you just hear what she said? They believed that they were talking to a fake her. Well, why would they be talking to someone that was fake? Why would they be speaking to a fake Katie? What she means is they thought they were talking to her, but not a fake. See how what she says doesn't make any sense? They thought they were talking to her, but she's saying it wasn't her. But what she just said is that they knew they were talking to a fake Katie. No, they didn't know they were talking to a fake Katie. Have a listen again.
Talking to a fake me, right? So they were on their phone and they were talking to a fake account in my name, believing they were talking to me. And the people that were on the phone with them, that were talking to them, like over voice chat, were telling them what to write, what to say, and were also controlling the fake accounts that the person was talking to. So the person legitimately believed they were talking to a fake me.
See? The person legitimately thought they were talking to a fake me. They wouldn't have talked if they thought it was a fake Katie. Why would they even be talking to somebody if it's not the real Katie? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Katie. She thinks she has an impersonator. The statement is they thought they were talking to you. However, it was someone pretending to be you. That's how you explain it. BS, I was the same. But I saw half of it. And then I've stepped away from it for a whole day, and I thought I'd come back and do it tonight after I yeah. So is she saying she's the fake KJ? That's what I want to know, Wind Whispers. Because what she's just said makes absolutely no sense. And what she just said is that she's saying that the person knew she was talking to somebody that was impersonating Katie. So then why is it an issue? If the person knew they were talking to an impersonator, then it's not really got anything to do with Katie. Hello, feel the love.
Other people that were talking to this person were telling this person that I was saying the fake account was making horrible threats. They were telling this person really bad things, and this person believed that I was super dangerous because of what the fake me was telling them.
Oh, now it's a fake me. Not really feel the love. I'm the fake KJ. I didn't want to tell you all. I crossed KJ. It's like a cross trans crazy. So KJ's voice would be hard to impersonate. Well, yeah. Christine, the longer it goes, the more confusing it gets. You could not make sense of it, Mimo. Well, I can't make sense of it either.
So they convinced this person to speak to me for 4 hours.
Hang on.
They could collect.
Now she's saying it's her. Is she saying it's her or it's not her? They convinced this person to speak to me. Is she admitting that she's the fake KJ?
Evidence against me, so
they
right. So while this is all going on, they're like coaching this person about what to say. They're instigating this person to have extreme reactions to what they're reading visually. And the person that's talking to the fake accounts believes this is all true.
But now it's fake again. Okay, so is it true or is it false?
And then the weird thing is a couple times while this is all happening, they say things. So the two people that are on the phone with this person, they theoretically should not know what the other person, what's on the phone, because they can't see. It's like a weird Lifetime movie. It's crazy. They cannot see what she's doing, right? They cannot see her phone. They can only hear her voice. But somehow they knew ahead of time what was being typed by the fake account. They were at one point.
Right, so now we're back to a fake account, not her. Okay. Just watch Real KJ. It's confused. Oh, it's very confusing. Christine's more confused.
This is how I knew that they were doing this. They were telling this person they needed to delete all of the comments to me. So for some reason...
Oh, wait on. Now it's comments to her. They're going to delete all the comments to her. So did she talk to her or didn't she talk to her? This is where it's confusing, because 1 minute she's saying it's fake, then she's talking about as if it's happened to her. I'm so confused.
Telling this person, triggering this person, making her go through like horrible, like psychological trauma. And she's like, they're like, now you.
And now she's like, now we add the laugh into it. Medical, psychological, coding, forensic science, things less confusing. Did she talk to someone for 4 hours? Well, that's what I'm trying to work out, because she's flip-flopping. She should have done the beam routine for the USA. She's flip-flopping so much.
Delete the messages. You need to delete the messages. Delete the messages. Delete the messages. Delete the messages. And I'm like, why are they telling her to delete the messages? This doesn't.
Wait on. So now you're asking why they're telling her to delete the messages to you. Right. But I thought it was the fake Katie that the messages were sent to. I don't know.
Make any sense. And when she's not responding because she's so triggered and angry and she's like typing back furiously to the fake me. So
now we're back to the fake Katie. Okay. Has anyone been drawing? Can anyone draw a diagram of this?
That same fake account is like, delete the messages, delete the messages. So not only are they telling her over the phone, like over the voice app, to say delete the messages, but they are also literally typing into the fake account, delete the messages.
What on earth? We need a flow chart. Oh. You know the saddest thing is that all her subs bought the story. I'm so confused.
Like, if I was on a fake account, why would I care if she deletes her messages, right? It made no...
Hang on, now she's admitting that she's on a fake account again? Can you imagine how much her police department is probably annoyed? Oh, you know what? Could you imagine having her in court? Could you... and her explaining this? Because this would be brilliant to see how the judge would deal with this.
So they start screaming at her to delete.
Could you imagine the defense lawyer? Could you imagine the lawyer for the other side? You'd have a field day. Are you the fake Katie or are you the real Katie?
Messages, and then she gets screamed at by the fake account. So clearly they were running the fake account, and then they were like, well, why is the person's like, what? Why is Katie asking for that? Why is Katie asking for them to delete you? And they're like, because they've triggered you.
Hang on. So now we're back to Katie. You think someone at NASA? This is why I had to leave it for a day. You know, so it talks about contradictions in the end. Oh dear, I can't. Yeah, this is tough.
So they were doing this. I was shaking, by the way.
You gotta shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Wibble your wobbles away. You gotta jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Wibble and the wobble away. All right, so I'm shaking.
When I saw this, I felt physically ill watching what they were doing. I was scared. I was shaking. I was bawling.
Thank you, Mimo. Shaking all over. Missed that from library story time, Mimo.
Because the stuff they were having me say was stuff that was horrible, and it was trying to pin me for crime.
Wait, Mrs. I got you. As he was walking by. That's funny. It was the Wigglers, in case anyone didn't know. Could you imagine being the person that had to take that call every day? I'm done baking. Cool. Oh, I can still hear him singing in the other room. Oh, that's funny.
Does that work?
Oh, there's, you gotta nod, 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 your nod is out. Nod, 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 your nod is out. Nod, 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 your nod is out. Wibble the wobbles away. Oh, yeah.
Horrific. They were trying to claim that my husband CSA'd our son.
Oh, and because she's spelling everything out so she doesn't get it demonetized.
Yeah. So, just explaining it is stomach turning. So imagine, so person A thinks they're
right.
talking.
Now we're getting to the alphabet. So I hope you all know your ABCs because you're still singing. I hope you know your ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Anyway, because you're going to need it because this is about to go. This is about to go next level.
E and C are on a voice app with her, and person A doesn't know that the fake account that's on the other line, they think they're talking to me through Facebook, right? And they don't realize that the account that they're talking to is not real, right? The fake account is being run by them that are talking to her while she's talking to this fake account.
So we've got A, B, and C at the moment. A, B, and C. All right. Well, A is Nat. We know that A is Nat. I'm assuming one is Little Miss Noble and one is Dustin, but that doesn't account for who D is because she said B and D got served.
So person A is talking to a fake account through DMs on Facebook. Person B and C are directing person A what to say, how to respond, and guiding her through all of this. During that time.
Well, that's right. Talking or messaging on Facebook. I don't know, Vedandra. This is why we need the flow chart.
They are tripping up and proving that they're the ones that are actually running the fake account. So at one point, they asked a question like way before. They asked a question and then suddenly the fake account asked the exact same question.
You're lost, Laura. That's okay. That's okay, because I'm lost too. And this is my second time I've watched it and I still can't work it out. So don't worry about it.
Like, why would the fake account ask the same question that they literally asked 2 seconds before?
Maybe because it's not, I don't know, maybe because they're innocent. I don't know. I don't know why people do it.
Another time was they posted an email address and a password of an account that was sending me videos and this person of videos, and they were horrific. So
now she's trying to say that she was getting stuff like Josh Duggar, the dark web stuff. Now, didn't she go down that dark web rabbit hole around the time that Josh Duggar got charged? She was telling us all about the dark web. Why couldn't it be somebody related to that? I'm just putting things out there. I have no idea. Sometimes she talks as if she was in these chat groups herself. Yeah.
This account literally sent me videos of, it was the worst stuff I've ever seen. Like, children, being, people killing children.
Huh? Really?
And they were sending videos of just horrible, horrible things. And so
Mama Duke, I have actually. I actually checked my spam folder the other day, and apparently I've been signed up for lots of Rudy Nudie stuff. Funnily enough, but it goes straight to my spam folder. I don't see it. Yes, I said Rudy Nudie. But yes, I have. I've been signed up for Rudy Nudie stuff.
Put that person's email in the app in there, and I was like, oh my God. No, she wasn't talking to me. She was talking in a chat, like not voice chat. So she
see now people are questioning her about whether she was talking to her because people are confused. Her whole audience is so confused as we are. I know people look, as I said, I was actually just I don't know. I mean, it's just the thing is, I mean, as I said, I was actually just cleaning out my email. I was just getting rid of some old email, and I thought, I'll check my spam folder, and that's how I found it. Otherwise, it probably just would have kept going, and I went, oh, that's interesting. But everything in that spam folder had the same theme, so which I thought was rather interesting. So,
voice chatting with A and B, right, or B and C. And then she's DMing with the fake me.
Hang on. She's
with the fake me. But she's talking to this fake account. So person A is talking to a fake account through DMs on Facebook. Person B and C are directing person A what to say, how to respond, and guiding her through all of this. During that time, they are tripping up and proving that they're the ones that are actually running the fake account. So at one point, they asked a question like way before.
Sorry, I went back too far.
Asked a question, and then suddenly the fake account asked the exact same question. So, like, why would the fake account ask the same question that they literally asked 2 seconds before? Another time was they posted an email address and a password of an account that was sending me videos and this person of videos, and they were horrific. So this account literally sent me videos of, it was the worst stuff I've ever seen. Like,
did they send Toad's cupcake video?
Children.
And look, then there's a smirk on her face as well. And she's nodding. Why are you nodding? Why are you nodding? Hi, John. Cool. Job interview for tomorrow. Nice. I hope it all goes well.
Yeah, being people killing children. And they were sending videos of just horrible, horrible things. And so they put that person's email in the app in there, and I was like, oh my God. No, she wasn't talking to me. She was talking in a chat, like not voice chat. So she's voice chatting with A.
Yeah, so now she's trying to get her story straight.
Right? Or B and C. And then she's DMing with the fake me.
Is everyone else?
Oh. And I hope this makes sense, but
the job without experience sucks. You know, how are you supposed to get experience if you're not given the chance, eh? That's always been one of my things. There's a reason why people use scripts and visual aids, says Will. Yeah, because I'm confused.
It's really disgusting. So this person at the same time is getting so triggered by all of this, and they are literally like laughing while this is happening because they are saying that they're getting the evidence to destroy me, and then they are going to go to the FBI to report me. Okay? So
isn't that time yet? She's hurting my brain. Oh. Look, when Toad comes in, it gets a little bit more exciting but if he calls her the goose that lays the golden egg, that just irks me so.
In this stuff, they are...
Even Frida's bored. Look, she's gone to sleep.
Claiming my husband CSA'd my son. So they turned around. This was done, I think, in the end of May. And then by the second week of June, after they did this, they then started filing false reports in Minnesota with the sheriff and CPS. And so they created these fake screenshots by making this woman believe she was talking to a fake me saying these terrible things so they could try to pin crimes on me.
Yeah, well, she keeps going back. Too bad Mr. Troll can't take his goose back with him.
Get my husband and me arrested.
Wait on, it was only her before. Now it's both of them. And then it was him, and now it's both of them. They need evidence to destroy her. She could talk for 5 minutes and do all that on her own, says John Green. Correct. I think you're onto something there, John.
And to have us lose everything.
The person in danger is Chloe or whoever Chloe is, because it was Chloe that they were talking to. That's when and that's altered, I believe. So But as I said, could you imagine this as her testimony in court? Could you imagine this as a testimony?
Oh, they filed a report and we were contacted by police.
Katie, could you please explain what, in your words, what happened?
And
the judge is going to have to say, I need an adjournment. I need to take Panadol.
They were like, this doesn't even sound plausible, what they're doing. So
yeah, she said A was in collusion with B and C. Now A doesn't know how many versions. And don't forget, she said that she was a fake Katie, and then she was the real Katie, and then she was the fake Katie. So I don't know. Or that guy from wait, I just went to like the video and I saw the good. Oh, thank you, John. What, they were contacted by police? Since when do police contact you on an initial complaint? I don't know.
BC and fake Katie are all working together.
BC and fake Katie, but isn't A who's originally the hackers were hired by Swanson to make KJ paranoid, so she has outbursts online that could be unrealistic, but Poppy Seeds told me it doesn't work like that. Okay. I know other people. Why does Katie want to sue LB? Oh, that goes back for over 2 years, I believe, all back to when they spat 2 years ago. The screenshots she revealed are 2 years old.
Is being manipulated by BC and fake Katie, and fake Katie is B and C.
What? Hang on. Fake Katie is now B and C, but B and C, so A, B, C, and fake KJ are all working together, but B and C are fake Katie. What?
Okay. So B and C are the same as fake Katie. One of them is manning that, or one of their friends is manning fake Katie.
I don't know. KJ knows what is going on, says the Fox. Like, fake KJ is 2 people.
A is either part of it indirectly or is being manipulated by them and doesn't necessarily understand what's happening. And then when they had this all happen.
Could you imagine having this? I dislike the alphabet so much right now. This should be in a final college. This should be an exam somewhere. This story.
Person A lives in the UK, and so they needed person A to file the false reports because they knew if they filed the reports B and C, that they could go to jail for filing a false police report. So they threatened person A into filing false reports against me.
So we know A is Nat. I don't know why she just doesn't say her name at this point, because she's already said. So wait, she's saying B and C are 2 fake KJs.
So person A actually confessed to police that, yes, I filed the false reports and I filed them under duress. I'm
not in the KJ law, but it seems she wanted to pull a Barilaro on LB before Barilaro made it mainstream. Correct. That would be correct. There is such a thing. Well, this is the thing, Laura. I believe that there could be action taken in the UK if this is true. Because, remember, the UK have very strong cyber laws. It doesn't make any sense to me because they're saying, because they're saying she's untouchable. I'm saying I find that hard to believe. If it was in a country like Zimbabwe or somewhere where there's no agreement with the UK, I would say yes. But the UK and the US have agreements, just like Australia and the US have agreements. There was a big drug ring that where the Australian, US, and UK police all work together, and they arrested people in Australia and the US and the UK. If it was serious enough, they would do something, in my opinion.
And person A gave testimony to the detective, who basically explained to them that they basically threatened to hurt her if she did not file these reports. And then the police contacted me and they said, okay, she did confess to doing this and she's in the UK, so there's not a lot we can do.
See, I find that that doesn't wash with me. That does not wash with me. It means they're not interested. If they're saying that there's nothing that they can do, they don't want to touch it. If it was serious, they would do it. On cyberbullying, also children's services here well versus malicious phone call reports. Well, that's right. Well, BS, Erin or EKC, Erin said that Tina wasn't served. But I mean, LMN, I haven't seen LMN around. So to me, the two logical ones would be Dustin and LMN. But she refers to them as B and D, but don't have jurisdiction in UK threats. Well, that's what I'm saying, Will. If it was serious, they would call in the UK police because there are charges that can be laid in the UK. If they don't want, if they're saying there's nothing they can do, it's a fob off. That's my belief. Because Nat made US reports from England, so why can't JK? Well, that's my other question plan to create. Why hasn't there been a complaint made to the UK? There's I smell a rat in all of this. I smell a rat in all of this. There's something in here because it's not making sense. Because there has to be something. The only thing I can see that being the blockage to taking any action against Nat is her mental health. But then still, we know that you can still have to serve time in a mental facility. There's the guy from Adelaide who killed his father because voices told him to, and he's in a psychiatric prison for the rest of his life. Who was the voice of fake Katie then? Can't be two people, it's one voice. I don't know.
But this person did say that she was threatened to file these.
And remember, this is a person that we've been told has been unreliable the whole time and can't tell the truth. And now she's giving evidence that she's telling the truth.
These people that are in the US. So if you want to take out restraining orders, you should take restraining orders out against these people. So it was like very overwhelming.
Well, that would be horrible if the wrong person was served. Fake Katie's only in DMs. It could be two people. But is it fake Katie? Because she said at one point that it was her. This is also the person she was cruel about, self-harm and other things. There is a cyber agreement between the US and England. Seashore Article, this is the problem I have. There are agreements in place. So they obviously don't think it's they obviously don't think that it's worthwhile going through the process of international laws in my opinion, because otherwise they would do it. And why haven't they told her to take action in the UK? There's just so many weird things in this.
So person A apparently is in the hospital, I guess.
They think it's high school drama and they won't touch it. I mean, if this was her statement to police, I don't know how you would do it. Resources are always an issue. It would have to be reasonable. Well, that's what I'm saying. It mustn't be very high up in the order if they've just said there's nothing that they can do about it. Hello, Lady Crane. I know my chat is going so fast at the moment. I'm missing people. So if you've come in, hello, Osbel. It's a load of codswallop. Yes. Hey, Osbel, did you see what your local member said today about the country owing the city people? Oh, I was so angry about that. Or it's because she's mentally unfit and there are laws protecting them here in the US. Well, that might be it too.
I don't know. I have no contact with any of these people.
Hang on a minute. She said on Kay Baxter's thing that Nat was sending her emails. So was that a week ago? Was that a week ago or something that she was on Kay Baxter's live and she said that Nat was emailing her and she wanted Nat to leave her alone? And no, I didn't. Oh, you've been laying low? Oh, sorry to hear that. Because that's right, Christy. She said she was in contact. No, you're not going crazy, because she said on Kay Baxter's stream that that she had received emails from Nat and she had told Nat to send her what she had. So, hello. Oh, she did. So, yeah, I'm confused. I'm going to just I'm just going to slow chat down because it's just going way too fast for me. So we're going to put slow mode on and I'm going to make it 30. I'm going to just see how 30 seconds goes. But see, when you've got new subscribers, they're not going to pay much attention, are they? Hopefully slow mode's on now.
Person A ended up handing over a lot of evidence to us. And that was because once she confessed to filing the false reports and explained to the police what happened, we were able to obtain evidence from her and from others to help us build a case against the people that were doing this to her and to me. So person B was in the anti-KJ community.
Someone says, did I miss how B and C found person A to begin with? So people can't work it out. I'm confused too.
And she found person A, I think on Twitter or in a Facebook group. I don't know exactly. Like, the story has changed. But basically what happened is they sought...
Welcome to our world. The story has changed.
This person out specifically because of her mental illness. And they basically from the beginning like toyed with her.
That's right, Laura. Person A was conveniently a liar until she offered screenshots. Correct. Then that's my problem. That is my whole problem with this whole thing. Is that person A was somebody that can't be trusted, but now person A can be. I'm going to call it a night. I might read everything. All right, see ya. I know we're only 26 minutes in. I was going to have an early night tonight too.
Convincing her that she was friends with people, convincing her that she was hurt by people. They literally convinced her that I hired people to come to the UK to essay her.
Didn't Nat got a whole pile of emails as well, death threats and everything, didn't she?
They convinced her that a party of a lawsuit that wasn't even in my lawsuit had done something and was orchestrating all of this. And then when the attorney from the other lawsuit found all of this out,
Laura says she's crazy, she's a stalker, she's a liar, and Nat sent me those screenshots, mate. My whole thing, person A admits she's mentally unwell, so nothing at all is to be trusted, whether she has DID or not. If you tell me you're crazy, I'm not believing you. Yes, that's correct, Will. What can you believe? What if just some crazy thing? Hello, Cal. What if it's all Nat, the whole thing, and all these people are now just innocently involved? I know LMN's admitted to helping Nat do a few things. I know she has. Our person A is Nat. Person B is LMN. Dustin is C. Who's D, though? He dumped her and she was admitted when she became unsuitable to everyone. Because B and D got served. And I would have thought B and C got served. Person A is the best scapegoat, correct?
She then provided all of her evidence to the attorney. So she handed over her whole social media accounts. But during that time, person A, all of their social media was also taken over by person B. So frequently, person B was tweeting and emailing and contacting people as person A.
Christine says this is exactly why the police don't want to get involved. Yeah.
Person B was hacking or taking over her accounts and deleting messages. Person B was constantly telling this person that she was being hacked or that.
Or is person Person B is salty. Interesting. You wouldn't be the first one to have that. I've heard person D is Steve or Tina, the people she's trying to blame. That's what I thought person D was Tina. But as I said, Erin said that Tina told her she wasn't served. But then is that can you believe anything anyone says? I know I haven't been served. I haven't been interviewed.
Was hacking her, even though I wasn't hacking her. Person A is severely mentally ill.
Hello, Bugsy. I don't believe anything she says. D seems to be team and old vendetta, but she's not healthy now, so I'm not sure if she's even that. No, she's not, and I believe she's not very well either.
You have documented proof for that. The police were provided all of that information.
She's confusing herself at this point. She don't know who ABC is per this video. That's right. As I said, as the title of my video says, I thought ABC was as easy as 1, 2, 3, because that's what the Jackson 5 told me. ABC 1, 2, 3. But it's not, apparently. I just want you to know, if I was served, I would go on a live and jam with Joe and tell you all about it. Well, apparently, but that's all gone to the wayside, I've heard.
So B and C is not a creator at all. C is just a guy that was in the military.
Right, C is now Dustin, because it is a Cloud Act agreement, cross-border access agreement to combat criminals, CSA, and terrorists online. Yes. It's a case of who. It sounds like the Abbott and Costello who's on first. So C was now in the military. So now she's outing Dustin, this Dustin guy. So I don't know why she's not given out the names, because she's given out information to say who they all are.
For 10 years, and he is someone that was roped in by person B.
And B is LMN.
Person B was in the anti-KJ community, and then person B brought in big players in the anti-KJ world and filtered fake screenshots to them and basically told creators to create videos about me based on this fake evidence.
I've missed out. Nobody ever spoke to me. I was always the outcast. Nobody ever wanted me on my teams. I was always the last picked. And it's the same again now. Nobody told me.
So people were putting out videos accusing me of all kinds of crimes based on evidence that person B was getting from, like, manipulating.
Well, she hasn't. Nobody told creators to make. No one told me. As I said, if this is the case, I'm out of the loop. Oh, thank you, Cal. Very appreciated. But if you listen closely, this Dustin seems to have an accent UK. If he was the Dustin, how does he have that accent? Yes. I know all the questions, but thank you, Cal. Very appreciated. My point is, no, she hasn't worked Steve into it yet. My point is that if everybody was told to make videos, I missed out again. I missed that memo. I missed out on the cult. I've missed out on everything.
An A into doing through these chats. And one of these was over 4 hours. And this person was on the phone with this woman for 6 hours a day. So it was like,
you are aware who B and C and fake Katie is what they're saying. I'd get you on my team. Oh, thank you, Will. Oh, there's nothing worse than fake accents, is there, Laura? I mean, there's the Aussie accent as well. You hear people try to do the Aussie accent. It's like that.
So we know who person B and C is. And we also know who fake Katie is. They're all connected, okay?
Hang on. She said fake Katie was B and C before, but now she's saying that is she saying now fake Katie's somebody else? Didn't she say that B and C was fake Katie?
And then there's people that are like really high up in the anti-KJ world that were also part of it. So how it all came together and how I was able to figure this out.
Look at Freda in the back. Is that Freda or Sweetie?
This is what happened. So, and I know this is all convoluted because I'm not showing you all of the evidence.
Yeah, apparently there's a hierarchy again. And again, I've missed out on the hierarchy. I'm not told anything, really.
But.
Oh, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? No, it's not.
Person B told person A to talk to all of these people. So person B said, you need to talk to this person and this person and this person and this person, right? And so person B was telling person A where to go and who to talk to and how they could help them. And so then these people came in and they basically helped disseminate the information that person A had because they hated me and they wanted to take me down. Then when person A was found out for like lying and for basically like shopping for videos of my son to report us to CPS, she confessed to everything. And then when people started doubting her publicly, like on Twitter, another person, I'll call them person D.
Right, now we're getting to D. You got this? D now.
Came up with an idea. So as person A was getting a lot of flack and pushback and everyone was calling her like a stalker, Person D contacted person A. Person D is super high up in the KJ world, anti-KJ world. And person D says to person A, I have the plan. I have the plan of how we're going to get you out of this, to switch the narrative of everything that's happened.
Right, so now we're up to D. I think we get up to G.
But you have to talk to person B before anything.
She didn't figure it out. Everything was given to her. Yeah. Person D is the real mastermind, allegedly.
So they were doing things in a way where they were not leaving breadcrumbs. So they would tell person A, like, half the story over here and then half the story over there. So it would be really hard to put the screenshots together.
Oh, thank you, Cal. Donating to people and causes is really important. Like you, Jordan, Rebel News, the mainstream of vampires that only care for themselves. Thank you. Super high up in the anti-KJ world. The world only exists in her imagination, says Plan to Create. And Will says, KJ bingo, I got narrative. Actually, we should have got bingo cards, shouldn't we? D equals shot caller.
Figure out what was happening. So person D says to person A, you need to go talk to person B. I've already told person B what we need to do and how we're going to do it. And so then person B talks to person D and comes back and she talks to person A and says, we need to put out that video of what.
Is it Dottie? Because E should be EDB. I don't know who it is. She thinks these. Oh.
Todd was doing. Yes. An anti-KJ. Of what Todd was doing to Vaughn.
And she's just given out her son's name. Oh, A, B, C, D, E, yeah. A is KJ's neighbour's sister-in-law's friend. B is the postman, C is the butler's friend's husband's ex-wife, ex-husband. D is Donald Trump's alien his sighting.
And
wait, who is D? Got no idea. Wait, I don't think she said anyone was served overseas. We don't quite get to the whole alphabet. When I stopped watching, she was up to G.
Had to, then person B talked to person E and said, we need to edit this.
We got up to E now.
How do we edit this? Because I need to remove sensitive information from this, right? So person B and E work on editing the audio and the video, and then they plan on.
Look at that. Look at what she's doing with her fingers. I have to go watch the rest of them on the right. See your Plan to Create. Have a good sit. What? I only ever watch a couple of her videos, so I don't know what I only know what I hear. Can't stand when the only thing is you look gorgeous, you're so pretty, your makeup looks great with it. If we're up to D, I wonder how long it'll take KJ to work through the alphabet. I'm afraid we'll need more alphabets. So look at the. What sign is she doing? So B and C was fake Katie, but it can't be two people. She doesn't know who the fake Katie is.
Releasing information on Twitter. And person D is editing screenshots and they are releasing them on Twitter, which then as soon as.
Actually, is D Dottie? Because hello, Little Red. Is D supposed to be Dottie? Because wasn't Dottie accused of editing the videos and screenshots? I don't know. Oh, hello, Little Red. So I got no idea.
As soon as they got released, everyone pushed back and said, these are fake. Clearly fake. Clearly fake.
Really? Oh, is that I love you in the sign language? All letters are several people. So before she said B and C were the fake Katie, now it's B and C and a fake Katie. D could be D. Oh.
While they're releasing them on Twitter, person B and person E are laughing hysterically and calling and saying, I hope we make Katie run her diaper butt. Like they call me a diaper butt or something. Like they're laughing hysterically at what I'm doing.
Do you know it's very interesting? She hasn't actually said, she said, this isn't true, this isn't true, but she's never actually discounted the diaper butt comment. To be honest with you, she just says, oh, they call me diaper butt. But she never says, well, that's not true. The Lord needs to figure it out.
At what they're doing, hoping to terrorize me, right?
If I was terrorized, I wouldn't be online talking about it. But that's just me. B and D are, so from what I can work out, only A is from overseas. But as I said, I don't buy the whole they can't do anything because she's in the UK because of the cyber laws of the UK. I think it is they don't want to touch it. Because the UK have some very strong cyber laws.
So once this all comes apart, people push back. There's now 5 or 6 people involved. And we were able to get restraining orders against person B and person E.
Oh, E. Wait on. Did she say E? I thought she said D.
How do we edit this? Because I need to remove sensitive information from this, right? So person B and E work on editing the audio and the video, and then they plan on releasing information on Twitter. And person D is editing screenshots, and they are releasing them on Twitter, which then as soon as they got released, everyone pushed back and said, these are fake, clearly fake, clearly fake.
So were they the Nat ones?
While they're releasing them on Twitter, person B and person E are laughing hysterically and calling and saying, I hope we make Katie run in her diaper butt. Like they call me a diaper butt or something. Like they're laughing hysterically.
I need a whiteboard with diagrams.
At what I'm doing, at what they're doing.
They're laughing hysterically at what I'm doing. She just said they're laughing hysterically. Listen.
To person E.
Watch,
and
listen.
Said, we need to edit this.
Have a listen, because she says they're laughing hysterically at me.
How do we edit this? Because I need to remove sensitive information from this, right? So person B and E work on editing the audio and the video, and then they plan on releasing information on Twitter. And person D is editing screenshots, and they are releasing them on Twitter, which then as soon as they got released, everyone pushed back and said, these are fake, clearly fake, clearly fake. While they're releasing them on Twitter, person B and person E are laughing hysterically and calling and saying, I hope we make Katie run.
John, see you. Good luck on your job interview.
Her diaper butt. Like they call me a diaper butt or something.
You needed to OneNote this in Office 3. Oh.
They're laughing hysterically at what I'm doing, at what they're doing.
See, they're laughing hysterically at what I'm doing, what they're doing. She messed up. She said they're laughing. See if I can get it back just a smidgen.
What I'm doing, at what they're doing, hoping.
They're laughing hysterically at what I'm doing. That's what we're doing at the moment, laughing hysterically.
E, person A back to person B, hope we make Katie run in her diaper butt. Like they call me a diaper butt or something.
Have a listen, because she says laughing hysterically at her.
they're doing, hoping to terrorize me, right? So once this all comes apart, people push back. There's now 5 or 6 people involved, and we were able to get restraining orders against person B and person E, or D.
Person B and person D. Okay. Look at the look on the face, though.
So we were
And we're laughing.
able to get the restraining orders against the person D, who told them we need to release the audio and the video to get you out of this, and then sent that person to person A back to person B. I know it's a hard story to follow. It's such a mess.
Oh, I can't wait for you have to retell it in court. I'd love to be the judge on. Can I be the judge at this hearing? Because
there is no oh God, person M and X. Yes, it's the same.
Where does person M and X fit into this?
Anyway, you have to kind of Menace says this sounds like a plot to a real low budget horror movie. Unfortunately, receipts back all this up, and it's all in fact real life. It is. I have receipts for everything. I've put some of it out on my Twitter, but I haven't released everything.
She's put screenshots on her Twitter. I wouldn't say that I've seen proper evidence because I've not seen headers. I want to see headers. I want to see the headers of the emails.
I have not released the 4-hour conversation. That was actually given to the police and to the FBI. So
5 people are considered a cult, apparently so. But remember, we start off with A, B, and C. Now we're up to D, E. I think we get up to, I don't know. And we haven't got a link yet to Steve. I don't know who D and we're guessing who D and E are. She said D before.
Yeah, you will need a chart. All right. This sounds like one of those Sally Fields movies from the 90s, the ones that play on Lifetime. It kind of felt like one. So at the end of the day, person A is in the UK, so we can't prosecute them.
That's not true. I truly believe that is not true. Because Australian... So we are on to FBI, and yet it is still... Yes, I know. Well, that's the thing, Lady Crane. I don't know what screenshots are real and what screenshots are fake. I don't know. And I have issues, as I said, as I keep saying. Nat's been unreliable until she started stating what the story Katie wanted, and then she's reliable. I don't understand any of it.
We feel that person A was highly manipulated and in a way used by person B, C, D, E, F, G, however many people are involved in this.
There you go. She's mentioned EFG. Well, person A wouldn't make a very credible witness in any event. And so you would argue that her testimony would be inadmissible. So then what do you have? Because she's relying on person A for all her screenshots.
And they used this person in a vendetta to get back at me. And they inserted themselves into my lawsuit with Tati. And they got person A to file a declaration. We were told that multiple people in this group were writing scripts for the person A. They wrote scripts for the police reports. They wrote scripts for the CPS reports. They were creating and putting scripts together for the screenshots. So it was all like heavily coordinated.
Who's got this time? Because a lot of the people that have been named have got jobs. How on earth are they doing this?
And they were speaking through like an app, I think, called Kik. And
Don't say the word I think. You'll find it very hard to believe, Christine. The thing is, the longer Cal, the longer it goes on, the harder it is to believe. I think you may have just found the workaround between Ralph, Cal.
also using fake email addresses and spoofing email addresses to send emails to us during this whole thing. And they were sending hundreds of horrific threats to us daily. So
Yeah, I think Cal just found how to trick Ralph.
is this related to Preacher Boy? Yes.
Didn't she say it started out by saying she couldn't say much about this? Yes, she did, Christine.
They also contacted Preacher Boy and pretended to be me, giving him threats. Same group of people. To this day, Preacher Boy does not believe.
But didn't she actually message him anyway after the fact and tell him that the trolls were trying to turn him against her?
That it wasn't me, even though we've determined it wasn't me, and the police have determined it wasn't me, and they've admitted to doing all of these things.
I have it downloaded. That's what we're watching it from. I wasn't going to give her a review.
At least one of them has. So I'm just going to share with you. I don't know any of these people personally, and I have never met them. I didn't know who any of them were before any of this happened. I had literally no clue who any of them were. I only knew about person A because person A ended up in my lawsuit claiming that we were friends, but we were never friends. But person A thought we were friends, literally, because person B, C, D, E, F, G convinced this person that we were friends by creating a fake Katie account.
So when we get to the end of the alphabet, we pronounce it as Z in Australia. I know you guys call it a Z. Do we get into double A, double B, double C, double E, double, and then triple A, triple B? Is that how we keep going? We keep working our way around?
It's the most convoluted, ridiculous story, but I'll show you. So here is my restraining order. So this restraining order is against person D.
I'm impressed she knows her ABCs. We moved to bra sizes. Yeah, I'm sick of her. Let's get to Z.
So they used social media to harass me, and they engaged in harassment, which was intended to have substantial adverse effects on my safety, security, and privacy. Person D also passed around my address and made threats to other creators about me. And then this is person A. They actually made threats to me. On one video or on one audio clip, she actually said she wanted to kill me. So
apparently the Roman numerals, yeah. Well, then we can go through the Greek alphabet like they have for COVID.
Person B literally made threats about my life multiple times, and they used social media to harass me, and they also harassed my husband and my minor son, but I can't apply for my son, so they actually my husband has to do his own for them.
Actually, wait on. She just said She's got her son and her husband confused.
They engaged in harassment,
Listen.
which was intended to have substantial adverse effects on my safety, security, and privacy. Person D also passed around my address and made threats to other creators about me. And then this is person A. They actually made threats to me. On one video or on one audio clip, she actually said she wanted to kill me. So person B literally made threats about my life multiple times, and they used social media to harass me, and they also harassed my husband and my minor son, but I can't apply for my son. So they actually my husband has to do his own for that.
She's talking about her husband. She can't apply for her husband. See, she's confused. She can't keep her story straight. The other thing is, here's my other issue. She says Todd, she can't apply for Todd. He's got to do his own. If the situation is so bad, why hasn't he done it? Why, after all this time, has he not applied for his own restraining orders? Why? If the situation is that bad.
But they are both now not to have any contact with me or my son, and they cannot use social media.
Well, no one was having contact with your son. No one has contact with your son except when you show pictures of him and he's in the...
Anything related to any of this, they can't use my photos, my images. They can't use social networking. They can't contact me on email. They cannot do anything, period. And it's until 7/28 of 2013.
Did she say 2013? No. Did she say 2013? Did she say 2013?
To harass me, and they engaged in harassment, which was intended to have substantial adverse effects. And then,
sorry, it's
email. They cannot do anything, period. And it's until 7/28 of 2013.
Yes, 2013. She stuffed it up. She said 2013. We're in 2021. Whatever she's reading's expired. She said 2013. She said she said 7/28, 2013.
And it's until 7/28 of 2013.
2013. Jenna Sweet Tea, that's when the restraining order expires. It sounds like she's reading an old one. Rewind again.
And they also harassed my husband and my minor son, but I can't apply for my son. So they actually my husband has to do his own for them. But they are both now.
Has to do his own. Wait on. But then she says they can't contact her or her son. She's
not to have any contact with me or my son, and they cannot use social.
But if he's not on the TRO, then he's.
Anything related to any of this, they can't use my photos, my images. They can't use social networking. They can't contact me on email. They cannot do anything, period. And it's until 7/28 of 2013. This
2013. Time's traveling backwards. 2013. Well, no, so they can, because if it was only in 2013, we're a long way past that.
Person did request a hearing, so I don't know when that will be, but our legal team, we are not dropping these. So they can fight this in court, but we are not dropping them.
She has to be reading an old one, which means she's showing fake evidence. And if this is fake, what else is fake?
Go to a hearing to defend this, and if they request one,
she just said that they've requested a hearing.
Prohibited from being near my house, coming within a mile of my property. If they come here, they're not from here. And then this is for person A.
Oh, I know that she said it's 2023, but she said 2013. You know? Can they fight it in court in 2013? So she has that wrong. That's all. I did notice something that looked weird in here. Screenshot. Well, I haven't really studied the screenshots. I'll have to go back and have a look to see what the date is.
They shall not communicate with the protected parties or cause anyone else to communicate with the protected parties by any means.
Bugsy's B, I said earlier that if I had been served with the restraining order, this video would be my evidence. And all the Twitter that she has done naming people because it's just been, she's done it all over the place. So,
including but not limited to email, text, social media, internet, and in person. So because person B is theoretically looking like the semi-ringleader of this.
I thought you said person D was.
Anyone that communicates to me on behalf of person B will be considered person B.
Do you know what? If somebody doesn't like person B, they'll pretend to be person B so Katie can get the person arrested. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say, to be honest.
I hope that makes sense. So if you were to show up in my DMs or on my email and you were to start talking about person B and you say, person B didn't do it, no, it's your fault, or you make threats to me on behalf of person B.
But how do you know that person B is actually behind it? You just can't, it just doesn't happen like that, because they would get called in and they would have to explain it. You just can't get people arrested. Oh, well, actually, Bruz did, didn't he? You're not a politician. You're not the Deputy Premier of New South Wales. You just can't get somebody arrested because you want them arrested. We're all person B is a great merch opportunity. It is actually. We're all person B. I'm person B. No, I'm person B.
Then person B can actually go to jail.
It doesn't happen like that. The police would investigate it. They just don't go, because this is stupid.
So the penalties for them are that they are a misdemeanor is a violation that can result in up to 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Repeats can be up to a year in jail and $3,000 fine. And others can be felonies that could result in a maximum prison sentence of 5 years and a $10,000 fine.
5 years? That's about what Josh Duggar's looking at, isn't it? It's a civil I'd like to see her tell a judge, well, they were talking about me and do videos. Well, that's right. I mean, it's not how it works. And I'm not even in the US, and I don't think that's how it works. You just can't say someone sent me an email and it's this person, go arrest them.
And then if they continue to be in a pattern of harassing content.
Josh Duggar's person B.
Conduct over and over and over and they violate, they can get up to 10 years in prison. So that is,
I think, in my opinion, I think she's not helping the situation. I don't think she can go to jail. But how can she say she's got this big fear when she's been openly talking about it on social media and done a video on it? It doesn't make her claims plausible, in my opinion. But I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a judge. But how can you sit there and say I'm fearing for my life, and then you're spilling your guts on a YouTube channel? That's all. Yeah, she's not showing any real proof. That's right. I actually was having an
thank you
early
guys
night.
for your super.
I actually was having an early night tonight because I've got school in the morning. Where is our Poppy when we need her? I know. I'm in Perth and I'm furious of what's happening in New South Wales. I know, Cal. She's probably shown arrow that someone got against her, and that's why she says 2000. Well, it looked like she was reading the screen, so it looks like she didn't even twig that she read the wrong year, and that's why. And what, as I said, I use her own words against her. She said 2013. We've played it back several times. She said 2013, which means they can talk about her because it's expired.
Your super chats. Thank you, Zombie Queen, for your super sticker. So person B is literally fighting the restraining order. But we have so much evidence of what they've done.
But is it real or is it fake? Because remember, person A has a history of not telling the truth. So, oh dear.
Have fun. Please have fun. Please.
That is that's been antagonistic. And I don't think you can do that I don't think you can do that either. And this is where I think she's going to be in trouble.
Come to the court so that we can show the court even more than what we already provided. Because right now there's so much evidence.
Paperwork says 727. And why is the letter F on TRO paperwork different in both orders when there is both the same order, only differences? I don't know. Well, she's only shown the application. She's not shown the granting of it.
They did this, that there's literally no way they're going to get out of this.
I believe it was a threat. I do believe it was a threat. I do believe she made a threat.
Person D.
And as I said, that's why I'd be using this video as evidence. So if person B and person D are watching, come and contact me because I've got the video. I recorded it. So, I mean, I've saved it, so I'm happy. It's just like I found out when I was doing some email tidying up that someone signed me up for some Rudy websites, and I had no idea because they go straight through my spam filter.
So there are others that we have not yet obtained restraining orders from, and there are others that are still continuing to harass us through this group. And I don't care about people criticizing me. I think
yes, you do.
That's the thing that people don't understand. Like, you cannot like me. Like, you don't have to like me, by the way.
Well, I don't.
I don't expect you to like me. But if you're going out of your way to literally fabricate evidence against me and to create like real life consequences by filing false reports and trying to set my husband up for child CSA. Literally, child CSA is what they accused my husband of doing. And then you file false reports as a result, that's actually committing crimes. So
anyway.
Yeah. And this has gone on for 2 years. Now, I'm bringing up the second. Now, there's other people involved. And I'm going to bring this screenshot up because this, and I'm going to caveat this before I share this, because I want to share this and say this person, to my best of my knowledge, is not a part of this scheme. To the best of my knowledge, has no direct involvement in this scheme, okay? This is a person who just happens to be a creator that is heavily involved in the anti-KJ community. This is a creator that was in a Discord that
I don't know who this creator is. I haven't seen this bit.
Was filled with hate people that literally stalked, harassed, and botted my Twitter. And this is a creator that I've repeatedly told to leave me alone, to stop talking about me. This creator is going to small channels and telling them that I'm nasty and that basically.
Now we know who she's talking about. I've not seen Truth Sleuth do anything but her videos, to be honest.
To stay away. So Truth Sleuth, who has a channel that is obsessed with me, promised about a month ago that she would not talk about me anymore. And now she is still talking about me. She put up a story a couple days ago that was actually false. And she continues to engage with the anti-KJ community. Her chat is filled with these trolls. And she was in a Discord.
She is so vain. You probably think this stream is about you. You're so vain. I bet you'd wish this stream was about you, about you, about you. Ooh, ooh.
These trolls. And she is literally contacting small channels to warn them about me.
Again, I've not been contacted. I'm missing out. I've missed out on everything. See what happens when you stay in your own little lane? Everyone forgets about you.
Multiple small channels have contacted me to let me know that this creator, who's claiming to be sound, objective, and unbiased about me, is trying to interfere and manipulate the community about me and telling them I'm a nasty person.
You're a nasty person. You're a nasty person.
So
what?
This is how this community is really spearheaded, is by these bigger creators. So this creator has like 60,000 subscribers, and this channel, along with a few others, spread this malicious, false information about me.
Well, I've watched all of the streams, and I've not seen anyone pick up the fact that she said 2013. So I believe that we picked that up.
This creator took down their stuff about the Natalie stuff or the person A stuff, but clearly this person cares and wants smaller creators to sort of join the hate parade and be warned about me. Today, when I posted this screenshot to my Twitter, instead of publicly saying anything to me to apologize, This
Oh, so you want an apology? You want an apology? Apologize to me, or else you get a cup of tea. Apologize to me, 'cause I'm special.
person was in the DMs of the person who gave me the screenshot, berating them for releasing the information.
Well, that's right. But apparently, again, we haven't got the whole conversation in context either. We've only got part of because if you look at her first line, she says, "Hi, apology accepted. I'm done with that crowd." Well, what happened before that? What happened before that? What's the previous part of the conversation?
And also then telling them that she didn't mean to bring me up because this person, True Sleuth, was reaching out to this person to talk about Smoky Glow. Okay. So this was a couple like back in December when Smoky Glow and Angelica were having a fight. And for some reason, Smoky made a video. Angelica lost a bunch of subscribers. Smoky lost a bunch of subscribers.
Didn't she have a fight with Angelica too?
A huge fight. I don't even remember what it was about. And everyone was getting exposed. And I'm starting to think that Truth Sleuth might have been manipulating people to potentially go after maybe Smoky, maybe Angelica, maybe Nick, maybe
now more conspiracy. She's putting out more conspiracies. She's saying that she's saying now that Truth Sleuth's behind all the arguing.
And trying to get them to take people down. And then for no reason, I wasn't connected to the Smoky and Angelica drama. I had nothing to do with it, period, at all. And for some reason, she decided to tell this person that I was nasty too. Not only did she say that Smoky wasn't a good person and that everyone was waking up to Smoky being a terrible person, which by my estimation, I don't think Hannah is a bad person.
Didn't she say that Hannah was a bad person? Smoky Glow was a bad person? Hasn't she complained about Smoky Glow? I'm sure she has.
Know Hannah personally, but I wouldn't call her like a bad, terrible person. But for some reason, Allie needed to bring me up.
Now we're on to the hard stuff. We haven't even got to the toad coming yet. We've still got an hour. We've still got 54 minutes to go.
You're smug. So it happened back in December. I don't remember. There was this whole thing that happened. I don't know if it was. So Nick Snyder has publicly had issues with Allie for a very long time. So is Dustin. So have these other channels. And Allie was like ostracized by a lot of them.
I had to have someone tell me who Allie was because I only actually know her as Truth Sleuth. So, you know.
And Allie doesn't like me. And so Allie goes after me and she goes after these other people, but she's like obsessed with me. It's weird. And so now she's trying to influence people when they're talking about Smoky. Like I had nothing to do with it, but she's like reaching out to this person to talk about Smoky. And then she starts talking about me.
But what was the context of the conversation?
Smoky didn't go to a Christmas party. Oh, for Nick. Yes. So the KJ haters are like in bed with Allie and they're in bed with other channels.
I go to bed on my own. I hate to tell you. Are you lonesome tonight? Plus, my bed's a bit dodgy anyway, so it's likely that if there was anyone else in my bed, it would break because it breaks when I'm in it. So
They just basically use these other channels to put out their fake evidence against me, to try to frame me for crimes, to try to insert themselves into my lawsuits, to try to get people to sue me. They're currently revving up a reality person to try to get them to sue me. And right now, all I can say is that, again, my lawyers received a letter, and we have basically told them we will comply with whatever.
that's interesting because earlier she said that nothing had come of it. Nobody is revving up anybody. The person that has threatened to sue you is talking on his podcast. If ever in New South Wales, I'd buy your coffee. Thank you, Carl. Nobody's revving up anyone. He's been fuming. He was pretty adamant. In fact, he wasn't the person that we were thinking that would sue her. He just put it on his podcast. So, you know, it's got nothing to do with it.
Decide. Wait, was I used as an example? That's cool. Was it a different Hannah? I'm kind of caring and loving them up. No, Hannah from Smoky Glow. That's Smoky Glow. But no, Hannah is Smoky Glow's name.
It just keeps giving out everyone's first names.
I know this is really confusing. Thank you for your becoming a member.
Well, that's right. If we were gonna rev anyone up, it would be the Duggets.
It's because she's making money off me. So my request to Allie, now Allie is again trying to insert herself into a situation that again does not involve her after she promised she would not talk about me anymore.
She only talked about the fact that Todd Chrisley said she has only talked about the podcasts. That's what we've all been talking about because we were just all blown away.
She is again spreading misinformation about my situation on.
It's not misinformation. It's come straight from Mr. Chrisley himself. Thank you very much.
Twitter and in her videos. She has made multiple videos since she said she would not. Now that I know that Allie is literally telling people not to.
Correct. And I didn't know Chrisley's real name either. Everyone's making money off her. Remember, well, you wait to hear Todd refer to her as the golden goose.
With me, that I'm nasty and trying to warn people about me. I don't feel like her making videos about me is credible whatsoever. If you hate someone so much and you want to ruin their career to the extent that you're literally contacting smaller creators and saying, don't work with this person. This is how these hate campaigns work. They literally get brainwashed by these channels that make them believe that I'm bad.
Then you're all brainwashed. We're going to wash those brains right out of your hair. We're going to wash those brains right out of your head. We're going to wash those brains right out of your hair. I know, only she's allowed to give her opinion.
Allie has shamed my parenting, not even knowing anything about my life. And I don't think she even has kids. I'm just...
Oh,
is someone in her ear again? I think it just makes her money. I think she makes money off of it.
Just like you make money from the Duggars.
But I know it's not popular, but I do not like Gabby Hanna at all. I'm not here to defend Gabby Hanna, but I will say that the hate train that is attached to her and has attached to so many other people it is a product many times of other creators getting into the ears of other channels, and then other channels putting out narratives for people. I don't stand by Gabby. I'm not Gabby's friend. I don't make videos on Gabby. But I've just seen how a lot of the same channels have done stuff like this to Gabby. And I'm not saying that she's innocent at all. I'm just saying that people on YouTube can spin whatever narratives they want. They can target whoever they want. They can say whatever they want about whoever they want.
Cal says that's what society's built on. Well, is it any different though to the papers? You know, the media, they spin whatever narrative they want. You know, a paper's owned by Murdoch. You'll get positive stuff about the people he likes. You'll get negative stuff about the people he doesn't like. So no, that's not harassment. You're correct, Amy. That's not harassment.
Yo was just thinking that. But they've done this to Gabby in a lot of ways. And I don't condone some of the stuff that's happened with her, but I also think there are times that I think they are unnecessarily awful to her for no reason. And this sounds familiar to Gabby's story. It's whoever is popular to hate. Exactly. And whoever they can make money off of, regardless of if it's true. And so,
well, look at the video you did the other day on the fact that people thought that Josh Duggar was dead when you knew he clearly wasn't. But that didn't stop you from making the report because you knew there was money in it. Just because it was someone said it doesn't make it true. It doesn't mean you got to jump onto your channel and go run and tell everybody. Oh, people think that Josh Duggar's dead, but he's not really.
You talk about people and they talk about you. I don't talk about these people. That's the thing. I don't talk about other YouTubers. I don't talk about Allie.
You just have. You just have. She's just spent the last 10 minutes talking about Allie. Oh, you can't stand it. There's still another 45 minutes to go, Dawn, because we've got to get Toad in yet.
I cover reality television for the most part. I don't usually talk about YouTubers for much. So, but that doesn't negate people calling CPS and manufacturing evidence.
Oh, that's right. That doesn't negate what's happened to me. Because what's happened to me, and I'm not saying, I'm not condoning it, all right? But what I'm saying is, you are doing it now, Goose. Well, she's the goose that lays the golden egg.
It's against me. So it's not really the same.
Of course it's not the same because I'm doing it. It's okay if I do it. It's not okay if you do it. All right, Mama Duke. All right, see. Well, I was having an early night tonight. I was only having a short
So
stream.
It's not the same as, like, if you want to throw shade at me, throw some shade. But if you are legitimately trying to create fake screenshots and fake evidence, which is what was happening here, if you are manipulating a mentally ill woman into believing they are talking to me and then trying to frame my husband and myself for crimes that we did not commit by literally filing false police reports, CPS reports, and contacting the FBI about us.
Hang on. That story just got bigger again. Reminds me of the fish tale when somebody goes fishing and they catch a fish and the fish gets bigger and bigger each time they tell the story.
That's a little bit different.
Of course, because it happened to me. All right, see you, Mama Duke.
All right. And then, like, it's one thing to pull.
Well, see, I don't think that those things are okay. I've never said that those things are okay. But lumping everybody in the same basket, of course, she's baiting people. She is. And I've never said that any of that stuff is okay. However, repeating it over and over again doesn't help.
Someone's like, some of these people are hatters from Teen Mom. Yes, I saw the Teen Mom question. I was actually able to speak to somebody who told me that these are the same people that have gone after Janelle Evans, and some of these people are the same people that have harassed Kaylin Lowry.
Oh, now there's further people. Huh. So now there's more people in. Why? Couldn't it be Janelle Evans? Could it be Janelle Evans?
So it's kind of the same group of people. But yes, they filed 4 false police. They filed a false police report. They filed 4 CPS reports. They sent the police to my house. They filed a false tax fraud case.
Hang on. Now how many police reports is it now? Thank you, Cal. Very much appreciated.
Me up for multiple online dating things. They have attempted to hack into my email. They have sent hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of threats.
Oh, now we've got now she's talked about dating apps.
To my inbox, and it's horrible. Preacher Boy is making money. Well, Preacher Boy has been lied to and manipulated, and you can tell him that. But as long as it's profitable for him to hate and people want to watch it, he'll still make money off of it. And I have zero reason to be a part of his content. Zero. He talks about IFB abuse. I'm not in the IFB, and I'm not a pastor. But I did not threaten him. I've never threatened him. I have zero reason to threaten him.
Didn't she say that he did not? Didn't she accuse him of doing some horrible things because he was a man from the IFB? Isn't that what? Didn't she say all of that stuff? She did defame him, Will. She said some horrible things about him.
Thank you. It seems to be an upper and contact being targeted in the scary man, bringing the police and law into it is beyond just not liking a creator. It's so full of creators will be. When you are literally sending CPS workers into a home that could potentially remove a child from a family, you have crossed the line. When you are manufacturing audio to frame someone for saying something that they did not say and telling people to contact CPS because you believe through your enhanced audio that this person committed crimes, you've crossed a line. If you are filing police reports and manufacturing false...
Hang on the minute. The problem is by saying, calling about CPS because you hear things, you've crossed the line. Sometimes you hear things and they desperately need help. You're now telling people they shouldn't be contacting anybody if they have concern for somebody. That is not how it goes. If you think that there is something happening in someone's family, particularly to a child, you have to report it. That's what mandatory reporting has to do. It's not our job to dictate or tell the police how to do the job. We have to report it. If a child comes and says that they were touched and they told their parent not to touch them and their parent touched them, guess what? It has to be reported. It's not up to you to tell people, what should and should not be reported. In fact, that is dangerous. Dangerous. And you know how you said that people were saying that you were dangerous? Well, you are now, because you're now telling people not to do anything, to turn blind eye. And that is my issue. I would rather, and the law enforcement would rather, go out to 100 false reports than have to deal with one true report. Because the truth is horrifying. So you are dangerous because you are telling people not to do something. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so preachy, but that statement triggered me, because you need to report. If you've got anything at all, you have to report. But for you to tell people not to is wrong, in my opinion.
To try to frame a creator for crimes because you just don't like the creator, that's beyond criticism. The Institute of...
The thing is, if you heard that my kids were actually having a fight here in my house and I was doing nothing about it, you would have every right to phone the police. Just like you would if you heard something going on in your neighborhood. The police go and investigate it, work out whether it's worthwhile, what the reasons are. Institute of Katie's Life Principle, the IKLP. She thinks it's funny. That's what upsets me about Christianity. People knew their mum had dementia. They would have had a welfare check on them before anything happened. Yeah. Anyway.
Katie's Life Principles.
It's not funny. But this is why she's dangerous, because what she just said. She doesn't like it because it was her, but I'm sure if she heard something going on another creator's stream, she would do it.
Yes, do not file false police reports, please. It takes up time, money, and resources.
But they would rather have false reports than real reports. My mother worked as a chaplain of the children's court, and some of the stories that she had was horrible, and the police always said they wished that they weren't true.
And I just feel like it's prevented me the last month from putting out the content I want.
Now this is why her views are failing now.
Away my sense of safety. It's taken away my sense of peace. It's made me feel helpless as a mother. It has made me feel powerless as a wife. It has made me feel scared as a creator. Yet,
you're here talking about there are children who are neglected and died in the UK due to failure to report or failure on the Child Services to act. That's the problem, Laura.
Terrifies me that they are going to convince reality stars to sue me because they get attention from this.
Nobody's convinced Todd Chrisley to do anything to you. He's done it on his own.
Like, they accuse me of doing things I haven't done.
Well, what? Like what? Like what? I was a joker and push boundaries for some things you just don't joke about. That's right. Look, I am a joke. I do the same thing. I push boundaries, but I don't joke about that.
And when I do my reporting, I use sources and I use court records. And I don't fabricate anything ever. Like,
oh, sorry. Oh, that wasn't a joke. She's not laughing now.
if I get a story wrong or if some news changes, I will like update it, but I don't just make things up.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a comedy.
What are you doing?
She's not happy. Look, he's just walked in. What are you doing?
Joanna.
Oh,
Oh, she's not happy.
don't get too angry though.
Don't get too angry. Don't get too angry, she says.
I'm not going to get angry at all.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
I'm just coming in for moral support.
Okay.
She's just told him not to get angry. And then and then he's coming in for moral support.
Who's going to join us? So, the hardest thing is that now that this hate drain has started, I can't stop it because these creators are making money off of it.
Oh, I'm making money off her? Oh, really? Sorry, Katie. I'm making more money off the Deputy Premier of New South Wales at the moment than you.
Literally, this woman said to me, I was monetized in a week based off of your content. She flat out said to me, I was making videos for months and I couldn't get monetized.
39 minutes.
I did a video on you. I was monetized in a week and then I couldn't say no to the money.
Sorry.
So if you are profiting off of lies, and that the problem with me, I think, is that I'm just boring.
Evidently you're not, though.
See, Todd thinks it's a big joke. Todd thinks it's a big joke.
Well, you know.
They got lots to talk about.
But they don't have enough evidence, so they actually have to create fake evidence.
No, I just use this.
Well, right. That's true. So you're boring, but you're apparently an easy target.
Yes. I'm an easy target because I react. I respond to the lies.
Boring, nondescript. Mm.
They enjoy getting me ramped up. They enjoy getting me to lash out. They literally monitor everything that I say on Twitter, and then they tally all.
I can't monitor what she says on Twitter because she's blocked me. Half of us are blocked.
Comments on my YouTube channel to see if I delete comments.
Well, you do.
They literally take screenshots of chats. They go to links that are just so disturbing.
Well, that's right. I think Todd's got more popularity from his cupcake thing than anything else he's done.
And then they justify it and they'll say, well, you cover the Duggars. And I'm like, dude, I am not at the Duggars, like, filing false reports and, like, monitoring their chats. And, like,
I say it all the time. When they try to find moral equivalency by saying that, you talk about people or you go after you say things about the Duggars, but there is no more
Apparently, there's no moral equivalency.
equivalency because, like you just said,
He's trying to use big words.
you don't you don't do what these people do. You don't go real life. You don't.
Really? Does he know about what she did to that to the mother where she rang? All right, good night, Cal. When she rang, did she ring somebody on some pregnant woman or something? And what about when she gave the list of Duggar sponsors and told people to contact the Duggar sponsors? She did all of that. That's going real life. Oh, but that's okay because they're the Duggars.
I'm just, and here's the thing, you guys. People have said it's your content. That's why people are doing this. No. I have talked to so many creators that are not doing my kind of content that is happening. This is happening to them. I've heard from creators that literally are in the art community that this happens to, that play the guitar that this has happened to, that are family channels that this happens to. It literally does not matter the kind of content you make. There are just these people that will go to these extreme levels.
So they're the same people, are they?
I would never send anyone after anyone.
Really? But didn't you do that with the Duggars sponsors?
Don't think you should ever unsubscribe to someone because of something I say. I don't think you should attack anyone. I don't encourage harassment of anyone. I hate it. I do not encourage. Like, if someone tells me, like, they get all sassy on a Duggars page, like, say they get salty with, they yell at them and they send me a screenshot. I'm like, that's rude. Like, don't bother them. Don't be rude to them. Don't agitate them. It's rude.
Yeah, well, that's right. She told people to call MTV. Yeah. And she and she also told people to call the Duggars sponsors as well. So I don't know. It's just I can't work out what his motive is either. I think he just wanted to have his 2 cents worth, or maybe he thought he could keep her in line a little bit more and get her to shut up if he was there, because she was talking a lot more.
Admittedly, I've gone on Uni's channel and gave him a piece of my mind, but that's different. I mean, and I agree with Katie. Don't go after these people. I mean, for one thing, you're just gonna draw their ire, and they're just gonna they'll go after you even harder.
So that's right. Get ready with me. That's right. Yeah. Well, you won't have any of those with me because I don't put. I just climb out of bed, chuck clothes on.
But I mean, like I said, I've gone after Uni on his channel, but it's just because I don't like some of the things he's done to Katie. I don't like how he.
Yeah, Unirock was literally calling the people that were doing this to me Katie's, and it was making me so angry. First of all, what I went through is not something I would do. So don't you dare compare what these people are doing to me and calling them Katie's. He literally said, these people are doing what Katie does and everything that Katie is, so they're Katie's. And I'm like, dude, I don't remember ever finding a mentally ill woman and manipulating her by threatening to kill her.
Oh, right. Right. Here comes Frida. Frida is going to be the funniest. She's talking really seriously and he's about to start laughing.
To sending police reports against my husband.
Look, he's laughing. He's laughing. Look.
She does it to Phil.
And she's like, won't even laugh, crack a smile.
see the name. I don't want
Yeah, she's not happy that he's laughing. No, she's not.
your boy. I honestly, I told Katie the other day that if it weren't for her, I'd have zero idea who any of these people are. I don't.
They are not religious nuts. A lot of them are like teen mom people that came
There you go. A lot of people are teen mum people.
the teen mom hatter community.
Well, so I think somebody asked if
about
I
Preacher
watched
Boy.
Preacher
No,
Boy.
we don't.
And-
And we're not interested in literally like starting drama with any other creators. Like,
Yeah, she wasn't happy he's laughing. Was not happy at all.
at all. Like, I only brought up Allie because Allie has 70 or 60,000 subscribers, and she is literally telling people that I'm a terrible, nasty human being and then making videos about me. So you are engaged with these trolls, you're in a Discord with them, or you used to be, and you are getting your information fed to you by these people, and then they're using you, Allie.
I'm wondering whether Toady Boy here is like going, this sounds unbelievable. I can't believe this. This just sounds so far-fetched.
Put out their nonsense about me because you don't like me, and so you're a perfect target for them to use. But if you care about your credibility, you wouldn't do this.
Credibility.
She's still making videos about me and still interfering, and literally told the person today that she was just trying to warn them about me.
I kind of liked Todd, right? Yeah, I know the fact that he's laughing when she's being really serious. It was quite amusing.
That's what she said today. I was just trying to warn you, apparently, allegedly.
YouTube doesn't.
Yeah, they used Creepshow Art too. Like, nobody believed me, but Creepshow Art was like deep in with these people. So Creepshow Art got her information from these people. Like, they were anyone that does not like me. And they also, not only that, they've ruined my brand deals.
Oh, apparently her brand deals, I thought she only had one. I thought she only had one brand deal, but now she's saying all her brand deals have been ruined by these people.
They are presently trying to get Lindsay Chrisley to hate me. They are spamming and harassing Kaylin Lowry about me. It's obscene.
Who's Kaylin Lowry? I couldn't even know who half of these people are.
What they do. And they harass brands about me. And they literally told a brand that I'm exploiting children and I'm a harm to them.
Well, you did tell people not to report stuff, so that could be true. You literally sat there and said, don't call the CPS or the police on people. You literally said that. She did say she'd completed her obligations. She did.
No, he flat out said they're Katie's. He said it multiple times. No, and I don't think that the Unifam agrees what's happening to me, but he's literally not helping with how he talks about me.
Right, and that is true, Sherry. I was in that chat, and you are correct. There were a lot of people in the chat that were saying, Uni, you shouldn't do that because, again, there's no moral equivalency there. But Uni's going to do what he's going to do. He knows that, just like a lot of these other people, right? This woman right here, she is the goose that laid the golden egg in terms of YouTube, because these people know, and I think she was addressing it when I came in here. These people know that if they make hate videos,
She's going, get your hand off me. She's not very happy, is she? So you've been calling her a goose, and the thing is, he's just called her a goose. Look at the eye roll. The fact that he called her a goose, that means that we can call her a goose. I know.
Knows about Katie. Whether what they're saying is true or not, that's irrelevant. But they know that
Whether
it's
they
going to boost their viewership, and they're
he
going to
says,
make money.
And now,
And that's
oh, it's all
Uni,
frozen up on me. He was saying that whether
reason why Uni does it too.
he was saying whether it was true or not is irrelevant. Well, no, it's not irrelevant. She needs to be saying truth. If she's not telling something that's factual, then she's lying.
yeah, Unirock has talked about me for over sort of 2 years, and I'm not against Unifam per se. I just don't feel like it helps at all. He has added dangerous narratives about me into this mix that have not helped me. They've actually made things worse for me. In the middle of a lawsuit, he accused me of doing something horrible that I didn't do. You know, I'm not here to drag people, but I feel like there are times when he just flat out puts out information that
He said he marked. Well, yeah, apparently.
not accurate, and people believe it. And the day that I was getting restraining orders, he went live and he was talking about them as though they were fact, and he was applying and adding them to people that I didn't even put them out against. So it's like, why are you saying on Twitter that I took it out against this person when that's factually incorrect, and getting your like audience excited about that, you know?
Well, that's right. It's fine when you need about Steve, yeah. But
Well, and he doesn't wait for all the info to come in. He runs to his channel.
Yes.
Anytime there's something going on with Katie, he's got to just run to his channel and start spewing stuff again, because he knows that he's going to get views.
He didn't get it from anyone. I posted on Twitter that I got a restraining order, and he automatically said, "Oh, she took it out against this person," but I didn't. So I don't know.
And then he got all pissy when she confronted him about it.
So I'm not here to again. Not all creators hate me, and right now Unirock is defending me.
In his own special way.
I have to say,
But I just wish that if you're going.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. When you wish upon a star.
Tell my story, or if you're going to tell the story, that you not embellish or exaggerate what's happening, or potentially put me in a situation that was very fearful. I was in a place that day where I was scared because they had just been filed. No one had been served yet, you know, and it's just like, I don't know.
He's laughing his head off. Toad is laughing his head off.
Again, Unifam, I'm not trying to drag you or anything. I'm just saying that no creator is without criticism, and he has criticized me a lot, and I don't speak about him frequently.
Yes, this is live.
Do you think someone was lying to him? I mean, someone could have been lying to him about me. I wouldn't be surprised.
For just playing music, have you, Cal? Wow. I thought you were going to bed, Cal.
my subscribers aren't attacking people, so that I know of. Like, these people are not my subscribers. Yes, you guys are against the harassment. I agree. Like, that's totally, I support that. He's just a lot. But again, he's said a lot of terrible things about me. And so I'm just going to say, like, I'm not going to give this other person. So there's this really small creator. He's got like 1,000 subscribers. And I'm not, as many times as you bring this person's name up, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to tell you his channel because he
I mean, she essentially does. She's talking about Roadhog, of course.
wants me to say his name. I'm not going to tell you or direct you to watch his video because that's what he wants. I'm not going to fight with him publicly. I'm not going to acknowledge him. And I would just encourage you that if you don't like what somebody's doing, don't watch it.
I don't watch anything of yours.
Honestly, there's so many lies out there about Katie. Unless people take the time to get to know her, it's easy to assume she's evil due to her lies. And I'm very skittish with people because of what's happened to me. So it's hard for me to trust anyone.
Not due to your lies. She said due to
Yes,
lies about
yes, lies about me.
Yes.
She was sorry. I'm getting tired.
Yeah. As a retired journalist, I have the greatest respect for how you're more a journalist than anyone else who does what you do.
Oh, that made her smile.
Yeah, my subscribers are mostly moms. You guys are.
Hang on, I thought she said they were grannies. Now she's saying they're mums.
My demographics are from, like, the bulk of my subscribers are between the ages of 25 and 59. So most of my subscribers are just literally, and they're 95% women. So it's mostly moms that are busy, and a lot are working or staying at home.
But I thought she didn't know how to find her demographics during the Tardy lawsuit.
And so they.
Yes, I know, Laura. It is a technicality. I understand that. They are technically mums, yes.
Engage in this kind of stuff, and I don't want them to engage in this kind of stuff. But there's another creator, Leslie Bass, who routinely brings up drama that has happened and things she's done, and she consistently blames me for things over and over and over. And literally anytime I get into something or somebody brings something into my life, it's usually not me getting into anything. It's usually someone doing something to me that I'm reacting to. She then goes on.
Well, you know what the simple thing is? Don't react.
Diatribes and screams and yells and bitches about me, and then lies about her involvement in what she's done. And I'm not going to spend like 4 hours telling you guys all the crap Leslie's done to me, and that she's not a victim, and she's doing this for clout. And
the old clout and views. Love somebody to put all the clips together of her talking about Al. Todd seems to be like, maybe I need my coffee, but being him kind of soft. KJ doesn't know. Yeah, it is a different side. He does seem to want to defend her, doesn't he? And stick up for her.
Videos about me get some of the most views on her channel. I'm just really tired of Leslie Bass doing this to me. Leslie Bass and I've had so many private conversations.
24 minutes to go.
We're good. We're fine. She apologizes. She acknowledges she's made mistakes. I acknowledge I've made mistakes. And then anytime she has the opportunity to drag me, she does. And it's because she's built her channel off of haters and they don't want her to like me. So Leslie will send me a text message and say, I'm so sorry. The last time I talked to Leslie, she legitimately admitted to me that she was listening to bad people and she did some bad things and that I never took her channel down. I didn't send the screenshots. Like, she admitted that she was doing things to me. She pulled my background check. She was interfering with she literally reached out to multiple people that were my sources and told them not to work with me. So I would just really love Leslie to stop talking about me and stop playing the victim.
Actually, hang on. I thought that was A, B, C, D, and E that did all of that. But now
When she's not. Like, she can't stop. She gets so excited when something bad happens to me. And there's no reason for me to be theoretically on her channel because she is a reality television channel. So it would be like me every time Leslie did something bad doing a video about her. And I don't. Thank you. I do my best with the Duggars. Grandma's for Katie.
That's what
I mean, I can go through and read text messages from her where she.
oh. Yeah, she covers really loud. But didn't she just say before she doesn't talk about YouTubers?
Really acknowledges that she's done things and that she's not innocent. And it's like, but when the money is good for her, she will lie and say whatever she wants.
I'm not a big Bible guy, but it's actually the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with money. It's just,
No, you're married to the golden goose.
people that sell their soul, to make money, and they're not doing anything moral or ethical. Those that's that verse or whatever definitely could be applied to those people.
She calls me names. She said,
even the golden goose stopped laying eggs. Wait, if her plan is to, yeah. Toddy's dropping facts.
that I pulled her financials, which is not true. Look,
Now she's gonna state that everyone's calling her a goose and he never said it.
court records is not pulling someone's financials. She accused me of taking down her channel and then held a fundraiser that was, in my opinion, fraudulent, and she didn't need it because her channel wasn't down. And
yes, it is. For the love of money is the root. For the love of money is the root of all evil. She sold her soul for money. Wind Whisper says, "Is that why she's so evil?" Might be.
Mad that I looked into it to figure out why she would accuse me of something like that. And then, she has, again, pulled my reports. She has contacted my sources, and she continues to.
So she did exactly what you did to her.
Videos about me. If anyone in the chat says, well, why are you bringing it up? Because she literally makes videos about me every single week.
Really? Does she really talk? I had a look at her channel. I'll have to go have a look at her channel, see how many videos she does of her.
Every single week. And I have text messages for days of her.
Hang on, but she doesn't look at other people's channels.
Legitimately acknowledging that she has done things to me and that I didn't take her channel down. And I mean, there was a situation where she's suing the police department right now, but she did have this thing happen to her, and she accused me of she alluded to the fact that maybe I got her arrested and maybe I planted things in her car. I mean, I live 1,000 miles from this woman. Anything that she could do to get people to believe that I did these things to her.
Isn't that what she's doing about A, B, C, D, and E? The exact same thing?
She was planting seeds in their brains.
But isn't that the exact same thing she's done with A, B, C, D, and E? F, G, H, I, J, K?
I don't mean to laugh or make light of it, but it's the notion of that is just so ridiculous. And I think, if I remember correctly, when all that was going down, you literally would have had to have been able to fly out to wherever she lives, plant the stuff that was found in her trunk, and then fly back here within, I think, what was it, like maybe a 20-hour span?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leslie's going to make 4 videos now because I've talked about her. Mind you, she's made probably 15 videos about me, and I've not responded to any of them.
No, it's not. KJ has her subs to do work. Well, she said she doesn't report on YouTubers.
She literally said I alluded to the fact that I planted stuff in her car.
We'll just say stuff because did we ever find out?
The charges were dropped.
Yeah, okay. And that's why I didn't go into detail.
Yeah. But I have screenshots for days of her interfering and contacting my sources and telling them not to work with me.
So now it's LB that's done it all, not A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Is it LB that she should be taking our out on? Because now she's saying that LB's doing it all. All these people can't be doing the same thing, can they?
And directing people to contact my sources and telling them not to work with me. So I just would like her to stop. She is very preoccupied with me.
And I can attest to a lot of what Katie was saying. I witnessed Katie was getting ready one morning in the bathroom, and she was putting on her makeup or whatever, and so she had her phone on speaker, and I was getting ready as well. And I heard the conversation. I mean, Leslie was just
apologizing
and just basically, I don't know. She was pretty much sounding like, I mean, it sounded like if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that Katie was talking to one of her very best friends. And and then I'm sure that probably that afternoon she probably made a negative video about Katie.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It's ridiculous. Wait, where did I go? Okay. Was it recent that she apologized? I was trying to get into my iMessages, but give me a second. It wasn't recent. It was like, I don't know, last.
I don't know whether what their son was doing at this point in time. I would like to think he was asleep and didn't have to hear all of this.
I don't know. It was like last fall, and
yeah, that sounds about right.
What, 2 years ago, you reckon?
I'm looking at her text messages right now. I literally literally sent her a ton of messages where she admitted that the stuff she was saying about me was bad because Joe had put out all this stuff. She like acknowledged that people were in her ears about making videos, that people were encouraging her to make videos about me, and then she was making videos about it. That the strike she got was not because I struck her channel, and that she even
Nothing these guys make nothing makes sense, Cal. It's really interesting because you know nothing about Katie Joy, Cal, and so some of your comments, some of the comments that you guys make from their friendly Geordies, because you've come from the friendly Geordies issue. It's interesting to see what you guys think because you're sort of independent and you're saying it with I was going to say clear eyes. You're seeing it from a different perspective, but I'm glad that you've said that because I would agree. Nothing makes sense.
Said that her channel, she said that the strike happened and she deserved the strike because she literally flat out said to me she was horrible in that video. She said terrible things. She was so mad, and that she said if YouTube agreed to take the strike down and I appealed it and they still kept it down, it means I violated. I woke up to people literally flooding my inbox because of that video. This is what she said. I done 2 videos about you. One was pretty bad. That was the one that went down. I played your IG live, which ironically.
Oh, sorry, I can't say any more of this. All right, see you, Dawn. What, you follow KJ? Oh.
Mr. Someone was the person that called. You were live talking about me. Then I got on to watch and say that he was mad at me and Flossie because we were forcing him to choose a side, which he was. And
again, she's not showing the actual receipt. She's reading something, but how do I know what she's reading? I'm so cynical, aren't I?
That we had called him yelling at him for being on your channel, which is what this person told me. He immediately texted me and saying, this is bullshit. She's lying. I was just like, wow, blank, you called and told me about this live, trying to start trouble, and Katie just outed you. Because he was playing both sides. He literally told her, I saw a text message that I was a snake and she needed to chop my head off. That's what he told her. I kind of suspected him to be going back and forth, and it didn't make sense how much crap he talked about you and then would be on your channel the next day. Because he would literally tell me that he hated you. Like he would curse you so bad and the next day be on your channel acting cool.
Well, that's right, Bugsy. I don't know why. And you would think you would want to show all the receipts.
Ever said anything to him about it, but Flossie did ask him why he was being so fake and acting like he didn't like you, but was still going on your channel. I think that's all that he went on to and claimed that we yelled at him. So he was lying to me and lying to them. But one video watched, one of the MTV shows, and in it, I think I said that 2 people that claimed to have known you said that they thought you had Munchausen's by proxy. Then in the other video, okay, I had to explain it for it to make sense. He called me and told me that you were on IG dragging me. So I get on my son's phone to watch, and then I used the phone to record it. And while I'm recording it, I got so angry and was saying things.
So again, I don't know what she's reading.
she contradicted herself because she is the one who originally floated the idea that you have Munchausen's.
Yeah. So she basically she joined a group and people were telling her that I have Munchausen's by proxy, and then she accused me of having Munchausen's by proxy. Even though I literally sent her a photo of my son in the hospital after his heart surgery. So
Oh dear.
you know, I have so many screenshots like this of days of the stuff that she's done, and I just don't continue to bring it up. But I just want her to stop. Like,
Yeah, I think that's the lesson here. Don't ever have any contact with KJ because she will just, it will end up all over social media.
quit. Please.
I might have to remove myself from this situation because I can feel my anger. It's just,
Okay.
I just said might. I'm fine now.
I don't know. I'm not here to diagnose things, but she's just will consistently say, this person told me.
Oh, she's not there to diagnose things. Oh, I saw the new merch, the granny for KJ stuff. I'm blocked on Twitter. I'll have to see what I can do. I saw the granny merch. Didn't.
Me this person told me that, this person told me this, and then it's like she'll admit to me that she did things, that she got super angry, that she went off, that she screamed, she yelled. I mean, she literally said to me, I was so bad in that video, I was vicious, I was
Oh, really? I'll have to try and have a look. All right. No, EDP. Oh, okay.
terrible, I was heated, I was angry. And then once she started accusing me of having Munchausen's by proxies, all these other channels started doing it too. And so, anyways, that's sort of me dealing with that. So,
Oh dear. I need to put in a trigger warning because I believe that this doesn't end well. And he's cuddling up to her. Uh-oh.
just wanted to address that final issue. I am kind of just at this point where I'm exhausted. My husband is tired. We're frustrated. We're gonna just kind of chill out here. I want to thank you guys so much. No, she did not take the video down. The video was struck. So basically what happened is she was horrible in this video and was like cursing about me and accusing me of all kinds of stuff. And I woke up and my phone had blown up. Literally, I woke up to hundreds of messages and they were like, oh my God, she was accusing you of all of these things.
Hundreds. Yeah, watch out.
She was like so horrible.
Thanks, Jesse.
And and these people are like, I reported the video. It was so bad. It was so terrible. And then before I could even do anything, it was like the video was gone.
Melody, I'll buy some beer, but she'll have to drink it all because I don't drink.
And then I had to literally tell her, you're accusing me of child abuse. And it's like, she didn't realize she was accusing me of child abuse. I have no idea who struck the video because I didn't report it. And I woke up and all these people were like, it was like flooding my inbox. I had zero clue. I didn't even get to see the video. So Leslie's made multiple videos about me. She just made one a couple days about me. I'm going to again ask Leslie to stop. I'm not her content. I'm not her friend. I have screenshots for days, Leslie. everything that you say about me is factually inaccurate and like drummed up to get your audience to hate me. She is part of the people that fuels this hate against me. And I just feel like if you're going to,
So she's gone after Truth Sleuth again.
3 streams that happened in December 2019 were archived tonight on the channel. On whose channel?
On whose?
On Leslie's channel? I've never seen this account.
Oh, excuse me.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So
I've got to remember that I've actually got to go to bed after this.
I don't know what UBI is. I have no idea what this is.
YBI?
I don't know what YBI is, and I don't know what videos were archived. So I'm not sure what they're talking about.
August Gem apparently does. She said YBI woot.
What is YBI?
Woot?
I don't know YBI. Hi, YBI.
August Gem, are you a woo girl?
No, Leslie's not one of the stalkers. No.
But she's just accused.
right.
She's just stated that Leslie's done all the stuff that her stalkers had been doing. So no wonder her people are confused. And by the way, I know that Katie Joy is up and active, so she's probably watching. So hello, Katie Joy. We're just about to finish. And by the way, you may want to look back at this video because you said that your restraining order expired in 2013. And we know that that's not, you know. So you want to just check that out because those words may be used against you. Because I would be using them against her. Just saying. Well, I'm petty.
So,
Apparently that person has a channel that people watch.
oh, I don't know YBI, but thank you for stopping by. I'm not sure who you are. Thanks for the support. YBI is like the YouTube version of the FBI. Okay,
Oh.
got it. Well, I appreciate it. This will make me grow a thicker skin for sure. So at the end of the day, the only thing I want to say is that I want to thank you guys for your support. I want to thank you guys for bearing with me. I've had a really rough month. It's been hard on our whole family.
Hang on, but the whole Tardy thing was hard on her as well. And now this is hard on her again. There's a pattern here.
Husband has been accused of horrible things that he didn't do. And he has been labeled a child abuser.
Oh, now we're going back on here again. What? Like, why would you do it in front of him? Seriously.
True. And I would just ask that, in general, try not to engage in content that is like this. It feeds really terribly into the people that are other people. It's different to talk about like silly things or flat out lying about someone that they were formerly friends with or creator that they want to have their platform.
So how do you know if somebody's lying unless you look into it? So why would you, how do you know if someone's lying?
A lot of motives are made on YouTube for making, and this is specifically why I try not to cover a lot of the YouTube drama because so who archived those videos from February of December 2019? Did she archive those videos? Is that what you're saying? Is that Leslie archived?
He says we archive and document deleted streams, nothing like the FBI, more like way back for YouTube streams. Doesn't she get it? Which means that all her deleted YouTube videos would have been archived.
I haven't archived anything. My account.
That they're saying that their channel
Yeah.
functions.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
the way-
understand that. So I'm asking them if it was Leslie that archived stuff. She has a lot of videos. And when
No, they archive.
I know that. I'm saying, but I don't know if Leslie was the one that archived
Text
them.
County. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which means they would be archiving her stuff. She should be worried.
Oh, I cannot see how Josh Duggar was framed. There's absolutely no way.
Someone's saying, can you see how Josh Duggar has been framed? So it's funny. Isn't it interesting? She says there's no way he's been framed, but she's just been sitting here for the last hour talking about how she's been framed. So if that can happen to her, why can't it have happened to Josh Duggar? I'm just throwing it out there. I think the guy is going to go to jail. However, what I'm saying is you can't say you've been framed. Oh, have I gone? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, here I am. I'm back. You can't say on one hand you've been framed, and then when someone else says, well, maybe someone else has been framed, say, well, no, they can't be framed. If you can be framed, anybody can be framed.
Way.
Yeah, Biden framed him.
I want to again encourage Allie to stop contacting creators to warn them about me. It is not your job to influence what other creators think about me. You are ruining my opportunity to even have relationships with people if you are contacting creators to talk about me. Multiple creators have told me that you have done this to them, and multiple creators felt uncomfortable when this happened to them. It is not your job to slander and to ruin the reputations of other people that you don't like. And it's not okay to try to engage in a hate campaign against someone. Same thing with you, Leslie, and any of these other channels that are filling these people and their delusions. Because what is created out of this is a hate group that has no one holding them accountable, where literally everyone feels like they can do anything. And now,
Wait on, but you can think that you can do anything.
we've actually had police at our house,
Oh.
CPS.
Oh, wow. How many times can you repeat the same story? It's time to change the record.
Our house, and people literally threatening to kill us. And now we have 2 restraining orders, and we will take out more, and we're considering seeking legal action against multiple people right now as well.
Hang on. She's got a restraining order. He doesn't. He hasn't taken one out. So why hasn't he done it? If, this is my question again, if it's so bad.
I have zero interest in engaging in the back and forth. I don't want messages. I don't want emails. I don't really want you guys to engage in this either. Don't send me emails about what someone is saying about me. That doesn't matter to me. If you literally see someone committing a crime against me, I mean, that's one thing, but I don't care if Unirock goes on his channel tonight and it's just Katie's being a Katie, that doesn't bother me.
He will.
He will.
Hello, Rose. Because Todd is protected by Odin. Oh, sorry.
Don't harass these people. I'm again just going to say, Leslie, stop talking about me. Stop it. Truth Sleuth, stop it. And to the people that were involved in this scheme.
But you want to know what? You want to know something? Truth Sleuth, wrote a message or something, but then she's written a whole nother. Get called out for trying to influence creators about me. Delete your Twitter. Moving to Discord just means you'll be underhanded behavior there, in my opinion. Thanks for telling me that you bought my Twitter. That's so normal. So she's going after Truth Sleuth again, but yet she doesn't want. She's saying about. It's just really bizarre.
You will be held accountable. We are not ruling out pressing criminal charges. And, okay, this person's just going to get blocked. They keep trolling. I'm not going to say that guy that you keep talking about. You guys are obsessed with this tiny creator that has 1,000 subscribers. Just stop talking about him and he'll go away. He is saying things that are really crazy and rude and crass because he wants your attention. And the more attention you give him, the more he's amplified to say those kinds of things. Yep.
I agree, Chris Cat.
The best way to support me is to tune in, watch, don't engage in this kind of state. And again, we don't support or condone.
I know she talks about, oh, thank you. Thank you, Cal. Got you back. Gotcha. If you get, well, the thing is that I'm in a different jurisdiction to her, and basically she's saying that they're not caring about what Nat does, so they're not going to care about what I'm going to do, are they? She's just given me a way out. To be honest with you, as I said, I don't believe any of that.
Watch, don't engage in this kind of state. And again, we don't support or condone going after any YouTube creator or anyone covered on this channel.
Except if it's Josh Duggar.
Speak up for yourself. It's what I don't understand what you mean.
No. It's fine.
No, I don't understand. This is your channel, not mine.
All right.
Watch out, Grossy.
Just stay away from the creators that are saying nasty, terrible things, okay?
She's just told people to stay away. She's told people to stay away from the creators that are saying mean and nasty things. Really? Well, that's just contradicting what she just said.
All of yourself in the chats. If you find yourself going back from channel to channel just to get into other people's drama, like, that's part of the problem. I should promote Chad's guitars on here. Okay.
He's laughing because he knows. He knows that she's got no idea.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
He's chuffed.
I don't want to go on here forever, but 2 restraining orders in regards to lawsuits being filed against me. We received an email again. We responded to the email. Our attorneys are in touch with their attorneys, and we will do whatever comes our way. Lawsuits can be filed by anyone for any reason. It's for sure not a reason to get excited for someone. They're expensive and they are just, it doesn't mean just because someone files a lawsuit doesn't mean that there's any reason for it. And
unless it's them. Unless it's them. She's deleted that Twitter with EDB, by the way. It's not there.
again, we'll take it as it comes. We have complied with everything thus far.
An Angry Todd channel.
Oh, okay. You guys, thank you so much for being here.
No, watch out. Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean to react like that. The way she did it, the way that was That was so put on. Oh, actually. Oh boy. I've got nothing to, I can't even talk. I can't even give a reaction on that. It was like, back her up. Sorry, I didn't give a trigger warning. Oh dear. All right, well, on that note, I said I was only going to do a short stream tonight because I've got to be up early to go to university in the morning. And anyway, it's now nearly 1 a.m. and I need to go to bed. I'm certain that she will send out more. Oh. All right, well, thank you all for joining me. I'll be on tomorrow. So tomorrow's my first back face-to-face over a year. So I'm a little bit anxious about that. I haven't been back to I've been online all that time. So it's going to be an interesting journey. But yeah, so as I said before, if she hits me with an arrow, you will know. Oh, that's all right. The thing is, I wouldn't say anything to anybody. The way that I would deal with it is I actually wouldn't say anything, and that would actually aggravate her the most. And I wouldn't say anything, and I would make her spill her guts or spill the beans. And that way it would just play in my hands. Because if she wants to play games, I'm on. All right. So thank you all for joining me. I'll catch you all later. And if you're the replay crew, make sure you say hello. And you can also hit the love heart and give a super thanks as well, which is in addition to YouTube. So thank you for joining me.